Yeah, right?
You know, one time I put air in my tires, I felt like pretty professional.
Oh.
Can I tell you, like, this time? So, St. Louis, right? It gets cold there or something. And
No.
yeah, it's the worst. And I used to wear like heels and skirts and things to work. And I remember this one day that my tire pressure light came on and it was like icy out and I was in heels and a skirt and tights and my ass is trying to put air in my tires. I felt very like boss babe that day. I managed it. It wasn't
Girl
good.
boss.
And then there are times where I've just, you know, walked outside and fallen on my ass. It's cool.
That's just the fun of being a woman. Sometimes you have to change. Put air in your tires.
Sometimes you gotta fill your tires.
And sometimes you fall down.
Oh boy. We're fine. We're all fine.
I am deeply upset because Toby is playing with a hair tie that was right next to the stupid mouse toy that we bought him.
Oh no.
And he's just run off down the hall with a hair tie, and the stupid mouse is still here, Toby.
Yes, best toy.
You know
Tie's
what?
best toy.
Hey, like, that was another success today. There was a frog that was about the size of my thumbnail, y'all. Like, he was this big, and he got into my house and, like, hopped under the TV when I opened the back door. And I was sure that guy was gonna, like, die by cat and then get puked back up. But I found him, and I saved him, so it's been a lot of highlights.
Hell yeah.
It's great. Yeah. Saved a life. Don't have to clean up frog
Lovely
pee.
way you could save someone from one of your own.
Saved a life, okay? Oh, hello, Toby. You coming up here?
He heard you had hair ties.
Yeah.
I know we're like well past the topic, but God, I just got triggered earlier by the thought of like 3 hurricanes ago when I went to go get Pop-Tarts at Walmart and somebody bought them all.
Oh no.
You know what? That is valid. I want to validate those feelings right now because hurricane food hits different and it needs to be there when you want it.
Also, who stockpiles Pop-Tarts in a hurricane? I mean, I guess.
Look,
I think I would.
you want to?
Yeah.
I have a stockpile of instant grits, so I am never judging anyone's
Listen.
hurricane stash.
Instant grits.
Look, you can only get the like red eye ham and gravy at Walmart now. You can't get them anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Don't make that face at me.
That's just my
What do you
face.
have against grits?
It's just my face.
I will
You
send
put
you a
some
packet
cheese?
of red eye ham and gravy instant grits just so you can be as happy as I am at 8 a.m. with
I
500
appreciate you
calories.
sharing the joy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I'd eat
it's
them.
gritty
Good for you.
surviving a hurricane.
Oh my god.
You did.
Are we voting Ethan off the island? Is it time?
It turns out Ethan is Vaughn's in the dungeon now. A weird turn of events.
Yeah, Calder's just sitting at the table with y'all, but fine. He's in it.
They were like, no, this guy is clearly way worse. He made a really bad pun.
He
So.
made puns at dinner, and honestly, that's probably worse
Gotta
than
go.
blowing up a town.
It's like in the Bible when they're like, no, give us the guy that murdered people and you can have Jesus. And we're like, here, have fun. We'll
Yeah.
take Calder.
Yeah.
Because he made a pun.
All right,
Oh,
we all
laughing.
Gucci?
Yeah, except we
Yeah.
laughed a lot, which means someone's about to die.
No, not always.
Just this time, and the other time.
No. It's only been like 2
Three
times.
times.
What
How many
3?
more times can it happen?
What 3?
I have 1 diamond.
You made a meme, Kaylee. You made a meme about the DM knowing things when the party was having fun.
Yes,
Mhm.
because that happens.
It sure does.
Okay. We're all good?
Oh my god, I'm so nervous.
I am
Well-
here. I'm still just like running around, but I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah, but you have pants on.
Yes.
I hope so.
That pause.
Okay.
I'm related. I have to go get something. Be right back. Oh, I'm
Sounds
sorry.
like
I
a
am
lie
actually
when
here.
you say it like that.
Okay.
Well, I pre-rolled all my dice. Almost all of them are rolling bad, so I switched to Kivas, and I found 9 that were rolling okay.
Okay. When
Wait
we
for those
last
two.
left off, you had spent another eventful day within Ainsbury, seeing more of the city center, outer boroughs, even succeeding in giving one poor family the opportunity to get out of the outer city and move somewhere to start fresh, all while learning a little bit more about the circumstances behind the robbery your party had experienced. You had been invited to speak with Adeline, who seemed to agree with the idea of sponsoring your party in the upcoming celebration tournament, but thought a rebrand was in order. She wants you to identify yourselves less with the Gallian nation and more with the continent as a whole, encouraging you all to take the title as the Heroes of Callius and finding a suitable group name to enter along with it. From there, you began to form a plan to potentially free the Motakalan Lord Calder from whatever compromising position he claimed to be in, and with Adeline's help, managed to nail down a hopeful idea to get the Lord alone and dispel whatever magic or curse may be upon him. When you'd arrived at the dinner, you had all been instructed to hear the Emperor Sebastian make a heartfelt plea to the attendees, and in his speech, he revealed his advisor as the mastermind behind the infamous runes of Redham, and surrendered him on behalf of his nation as a bid to start fresh. After watching the Lord get dragged away, bound and gagged, your rogue had followed them through the halls and to the winding staircase that leads into the depths of the castle dungeons. Realm, you descend the spiraling staircase into the dimly lit stone hallway that makes up the network of tunnels and rooms under the Crownswell Keep. You can hear voices echoing down the hall ahead of you, low and confused. What do we do now? Well, you heard the sergeant. We stand guard. Over this thing? What if they're right? What if it is a devil? Sure doesn't know. Well, I don't rightly know what it looks like. It looks like a devil, but we'll stand guard as we're instructed. His hands are bound and he can't see, he can't speak. You hear the sounds of spitting. Can't do anything. We think it can't. But if it's a devil, I'm pretty sure it's got cursed evil powers and it's just waiting for the moment to strike. And if it does, we'll be ready. We're the King's Guard. This is what we're trained for. Don't remember training to face devils in the dungeon? Oh, quit your gripe. You can stay here. I'll keep your eyes on your devil. You follow the voices as close as you dare, and they lead you to an open door. You chance a peek through and can spot one guard seated at a simple wooden table in a small, dimly lit room. You can also see the back of another as that guard walks down a hall that begins on the other side of the room. This hall is even more difficult to see down for its lack of light. What are you doing?
You know, I was really counting on them leaving him alone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna find somewhere to hide.
Okay. You are currently outside a door to a room in which one guard sits. From
I
this
see.
door is another hallway beyond. One guard is in that room, one guard is in the hallway beyond. You are in a hallway that leads to this whole circumstance.
Can I see from peeking through the door Calder or his presumed his cell, probably, maybe?
Make a perception check.
Not even. Hang on. One sec. What's that? That's a 15.
Okay. So your eyes start to adjust a little more to the dark as you remain in the dimly lit hallways of these stone rooms under the castle. You can see that guard sits alone at the table, and beyond it is another hallway. One guard has stopped probably about halfway down it, leaned against the wall, facing what looks to be a wall of metal bars.
Okay, so the guard's sitting in the room. He's alone, and there's no cells in that room. The cells are in the hallway past.
Yeah, exactly that.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to find somewhere to hide in the hallway that I'm in, even if I
Okay.
backtrack.
Okay.
An alcove or something to duck in.
Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Dirty 20.
Okay. So you retreat back into the hallway that you had come from, thus cutting yourself off from eyesight of both guards and the hallway they patrol. You manage to find a little alcove in the stone that you can cram your body into, and you feel sufficiently hidden.
Oh god. I'm gonna pull out the sending stone and send Solace, I think has it, a message.
Okay.
This is still bound by 25 words or less, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I can think the words, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Not sure what to do. Calder watched by 2 guards. Can't get close. Need a distraction or something. Or tell me what to do. And that's it.
We have one word left.
Berries.
Berries.
Not berries.
I'll end it. The last word will be fuck.
So, Solace, you are seated at the dinner, sort of pushing at the food on your plate. Your appetite seems wholly gone. And you hear that message.
It's like that scene in Empire Strikes Back with it, when they're getting ready to leave Cloud City and the guy's got a thing on his head and he just like flashes his eyes open. Are we? So she'll kind of look up and look around purposefully, and she'll say, "Do you think it's time for us to maybe step out to the garden?" Out to the garden.
Yeah, I've sort of lost my appetite. I could go for some fresh air.
The fresh air sounds nice. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. She throws her napkin over her plate and gets up and moves purposely towards the door.
I'm gonna take the hint.
I'm going to
Um,
the
Get up and go to.
Once we're outside, I will kind of, call a huddle, and I will tell them what Realm said.
Team huddle.
Doing my best. Yeah. Everybody huddle up. I will say it discreetly and quietly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you gone all the way out to the garden, or do you just find somewhere quiet?
I would think probably if there's like a nook, like people where people would go to like make out if they weren't trying to plot the overthrow. If they had less nefarious.
If things were simple and easy for them,
Exactly. That's like where it would normally be like a happy little quiet alcove, but instead it is like this is where we're gonna conspirate. Conspire. That's
perhaps
the wrong word.
Not all the way out to the garden, but at least out into the grand hallway that is part of many that lead to the dining hall, and you're able to find shelter and quiet behind, well, not necessarily behind, but just around one of the pillars that seem more decorative than supportive in the main hall. You're not the only ones either. There's probably another group you can see just huddled, making quiet conversation on the other side of the hall, well out of earshot.
I can send one message back, and that is all.
If it is a distraction that he needs, I could potentially supply one.
Go on.
Going.
How
I have an ability that will allow me to. It will not be anything graceful or illusionary. It is an actual creature. But I can summon. I can summon a steed that is intelligent that I can communicate with as long as I stay close-ish to it. If it dies, I don't think it will actually die. It is similar, I think, to Amber's friend, her little friend. Maru, I think was his name. And that is, I mean, the only other idea that I have would potentially put me at risk, but I am okay with that also.
Can possibly make an illusion that everyone in the room can see, but it will make it very messy as well.
Are we intending to act tonight to free him?
I think that's the
There
idea.
is that, because truthfully, if we can just, we saw that they had to tie him up, bind him, tag him. If there was some way for us to undo that within his cell, he might be able to just escape himself. If there was, if Realm's the best chance we have of doing that, though, then I say yeah, go with the distraction. We just have to make sure that we distract the right guards.
If not, I could potentially get into the cell, but I still feel like a distraction would be necessary.
Good try.
No one knows what to do. It's so stressful.
Well, I mean,
Well, let's say
They
if
summon the
Realm
moose
has,
in the
if
middle
we
of the
don't have
park.
to, if we don't have to act now, Realm has at least located where the cell is, and that's important. So maybe Darby, you could go back in there as an animal later, like a spider or a rat, and like free the bindings.
I can become a little weasel.
It's probably a good time to also mention I don't like doing this because it feels a little. I don't like doing this, but I can look like anyone if I have a rest, and it will last. It's the magic I used to become human. I could, in theory, look like a guard, if that would be helpful.
It could be. Yes.
That would be very helpful.
Mm-hmm.
So do we wait for the party to calm down then, and then act from there? Because I feel if we wait, are we worried that he might just be executed during the evening, once all of the higher ups make their deliberation on his fate?
Oh, go ahead.
We could potentially have someone look in on the discussion that's happening right now. Though there are some very powerful people in there, I would think you would need to not be seen at all, or they might be able to see your true forms.
I mean, I could try. And I
That's a
do
good
not
question.
mind.
I don't know what the right thing to do is.
Unless I send a message to Adeline through the sending stone and ask her what's happening.
is a possibility if she is able to answer.
I mean, I can go try to eavesdrop. And then come back with news of some kind, I guess. And then we can go from there. I just don't know that Realm should be staying down there
That's
with
to say,
no
Realm,
direction.
there's been a good 5 minutes past since you sent your message, and you've received no response.
If the hallway I'm in is empty, I'm totally pacing as stealthily as I can.
Stealthy pace.
Alright,
Stealthy
so
pace.
I will go try to listen in on this meeting. As stealthily as I can, and then come back, and I guess we go from there. But if that's what we want to do.
I don't know what to do.
Well, I mean, if we listen in on the meeting, at least we will know, like, if we have time, or if we need to make this happen, like today.
True.
So,
Oh god, I just
Sure.
don't know how executions like this normally happen. I would think it will be a big thing.
yeah.
But
I do not know how these kinds of things are handled down here, but
what time is it about?
I mean, it would have been just after dinner.
Okay.
So, mid-evening.
Okay. So like 8 or 9. Okay. I asked that question not at all because I assume sending stones reset at midnight like Cinderella.
You were just hoping for the reason.
A little bit.
I wait 2.5 hours before I get a response.
Yeah, I
So
said
this way
it at
you're just crammed into your
11:59.
alcove counting the seconds.
Yeah. I just worry that there will be too many people in that room that will be capable of seeing through your disguise.
I do
But I
not
don't
have
know.
to get in the room necessarily, so I can just get close.
Perhaps a windowsill.
Mm-hmm.
I look around at the others for opinions, Ethan.
Yep. But I've been listening. There's
What?
nothing.
Too many walls.
What?
Okay. There should not be any walls now. So
There is.
sorry,
Now it's better.
alarm went off for pizza. I don't have anything that within Vaughn's skill sets right now that can contribute to these ideas, but like, go for it. It's just the short out of character gist and Vaughn's in character thumbs up that I'll give here.
Yeah. It's honestly it's up to you, Wade, if you feel like this is, because I think it could give us a lot of information, but I think there's definitely a lot of inherent risk.
I think
So
it's less
it is
risky
your
to
call.
travel down as an animal to try and get in a Calder's cell. But that's my opinion.
You think what?
I think that it's like, I see the potential, but I also feel like it might be like risky, but less risky to travel down to see Calder and see what's going on with that situation. But I do wonder if we could get the guards to come up.
I mean, if I summon whatever creature I can, I don't think me becoming an animal will stop it. And I assume I can still communicate telepathically. I'm quietly asking God if I can do that, but
Yes, telepathically within a mile.
okay.
And at least to make it a little more difficult for them, I can also cast a spell. Once they get close enough to it, they'll realize it's an illusion, but it might help with some more chaos before that.
If you feel it is necessary, I do worry about going too big. I mean, whatever I summon can be explained away as a mount that got loose from a stable somewhere and panicked. But,
Fair enough.
I trust your judgment, though. If you think more needs to be done, then I trust you. But,
See what happens.
so,
Worst news.
where am I going? Where do you want me to go?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Meet with Realm. Well, now might be the better time, actually, because if we wait for this meeting to adjourn, I imagine some of them might go down as well, for whatever reason, to see him.
Now would be the time if you're gonna go.
I think I should go now. I will go try to meet up with Realm. I'm going to step outside for a minute.
We should probably all be in the party when this happens.
Right. Am I
Sorry.
putting the moose inside, or do you want me to have it outside panicking? I don't know that inside will go very well.
Side.
In the garden? Don't know.
I guess, okay.
Nia, do you have a sending stone that we aren't using that you could give to Darby?
Oh, yes. Yes.
I think Vaughn has one also.
Yes. Okay, that's two
Yes.
messages then.
Yeah. So we'll
It's
have-
amazing.
I will.
Pretty
That's
peppers.
amazing.
So many pebbles. I will add another sending stone to my inventory.
I will send, at this point, I will send a message back to Realm. I guess it's been like 10, 15 minutes to tell.
It's
I'm,
been
like,
a long
freaking
time
out.
waiting in an agonizing
I'm
silence.
Out.
I'm sure. I'm so sorry. I will tell
I'm
him.
like,
Hang on, Darby is coming.
I was like quietly
Don't-
freaking out, and now, oh, sorry, thought you were done. Keep going.
No, don't do anything stupid.
I'm finally
I just leave that
shit, I
open
thought it
to
was working.
interpretation. Yeah.
I'm going to stay hidden and keep an eye out for Darby.
Guess we'll head back
Um.
into the party to be part of the commotion, or make
Right.
it seem like we're concerned.
Sure.
Or at the very least, we just need to be seen present there and not having disappeared before anything happens.
Yeah, so I guess give it 5 minutes, 10 minutes before you
I
do
think
anything.
we've got time.
I'll
Okay,
create
I'm-
an image of Darby. Just make it seem like Darby is with us.
I was gonna say that, but I was like, I can't there.
And make it look like
am-
Darby's with us.
going to give a little nod to everyone. I'm going to go step outside into the garden, just enough, and I'm going to cast Find Steed.
Okay, what do you summon?
A big old moose.
Yeah.
So you
Big old black moose.
summon from the celestial plane a large star-studded black moose that sort of melts from the shadows and awaits its orders from you.
Oh, hello. I hoped that maybe we would have more time to talk the first time I did this. We will catch up later. I need you to wait about 10 minutes and then just go bananas. Go apeshit crazy. Make a big scene. Try not to hurt anyone too bad, though.
The look on this moose just right now.
It's a very deadpan look, and it just seems to huff, and then it wanders off into the dark.
I love you, bye.
Darby.
All of my pets hate me. Turn and go back inside, and I will head in the direction I saw Realm go and become a little spider.
Okay. Do you become a spider before you enter?
Yes.
I'll
Yes,
I'll
I
hold
do.
out my hand for little Darby and then just kind of have him on me somewhere that he can crawl off when we're inside.
Okay. So,
Ugh, Christine is just like gross.
Bryn, now you have a spider perched on your shoulder as you
Very,
head back inside.
very cute little jumping spider. So it's not
Ugh.
so bad.
Aww. Okay, that's adorable. I was
They
thinking
wear
like tarantula.
water droplets as hats.
They do.
Bleh.
Forgot they
Nia's having the time of her life. Christine is just. Bleh.
Me too.
So yeah, I'm
Telling me
going
they're
to-
dripping with swag.
Ugh.
I'm gonna scuttle for my life.
So you're scuttling from the garden directly inside?
Or wherever Nia put me, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Scuttling.
As far
I'm gonna.
as the narrative has gone, is you are on Nia at the moment, and you're all just in the garden.
We are
Okay.
heading back inside as a
Okay.
group.
Okay.
Yes. To the dining room where we're gonna sit back. Our table's probably already been cleared because they thought we were leaving. It's very awkward for the serving staff.
Well,
I
more
am-
than that, most people seem to be cleared out. There's still a few people, partygoers, that have lingered, potentially to see if anything happens from the spectacle, but it seems a large chunk of the patrons this evening have opted to make themselves scarce, so they are no longer as congregated in the hall.
Well, now we look more suspicious saying.
Maybe we should have stayed in the garden.
Turn around and walk right back out.
I mean,
Like, time has gone by as you've deliberated.
that's-
During
you
that
know what,
time,
that's-
people have
that's fair.
filtered out.
Yeah.
Just a question for me out of character. Would sitting at dinner for a while have counted as a short rest?
Yeah, okay. Sure.
Or any of the time between earlier this morning and now counted as a short rest?
I would say so, yes.
Okay. Okay.
Benevolent God.
I'm still fine. Like, it was just a matter of how fine things were. Or how not fine they were going to be.
Would you say it like that?
Okay. Before they get back into the dining room, I'm gonna hop off onto the wall and start scuttling up towards the ceiling and go.
Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check as the spider.
Oh god, the spider.
It's like that big. It's gonna be like.
People will
napping,
find
like-
it. People will find it.
I find them. Fucking kill them.
We'll
For a
find it.
24.
Say that. Ooh,
Oh, nice.
So you find a suitable channel for your little furry body to fit into and scuttle along the corner of the wall, managing to make use of the cracks in the stone. You seem to go unnoticed as you too reach the top of the spiral staircase that leads down into the underbelly of the groundswell.
I'm going. Just going.
Okay. You proceed down the steps. The rest of you, left in the dining hall, what are you doing? As you enter and realize kind of the sparsity here now.
Is there a place that we've noticed over the past few nights that people have seemed to congregate after dinner? Like maybe there's a hotel bar. I'm only partially kidding, but like maybe people sit around and talk in the garden, or I don't know.
This is generally it. This is where you've seen people congregate after dinners and load up on drinks and snacks while they chat. But given the events, they kind of seem to have dispersed, you can imagine, out to other places to gossip.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Anyway,
Okay.
I hear the garden is nice.
Walk in, see how empty it is. I miss the outside.
I will, I could potentially lean on my natural naivete and perhaps ask a guard what's happening and see if they know anything. If you
Sure.
guys are open to that.
Yeah.
My sneak no reason to tell you no.
Yeah. Okay. I will tell the others that I will meet them in the garden. I'll be right behind them, which I guess is just Vaughn and Nia at this point.
Okay.
And is there like
Where did
guard
Nia go?
station?
No, she said Vaughn and
I-
Nia.
Oh, okay, sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
I heard
No,
me and
just Vaughn. Nia just
Vaughn and
like
me.
poof.
I took off, man.
Me and Vaughn. No. So, are there different tiers of guards? Like, are there like guards that look like they're just guarding the dining room, and maybe guards that look like King's Guard that might be watching the door that people went through, or anything? Like, what? Tell me what kind of official people I see, please.
if you're trying to differentiate military hierarchy in a place you've not spent a lot of time in, I'm going to need an intelligence check.
Okie dokie. I will roll that. Just straight intelligence? Or...
Straight intelligence.
Okie dokie. That is a 4. I am dumb today. I am overwrought with emotion.
Shouldn't
All the
you say
guards here
intelligence?
look largely the same. They wear the same uniforms, same colors, and they seem to mostly be standing there now for decoration. They don't seem to be giving any order or talking to anyone. They just man the doors.
Okay. I will approach the one that is nearest the like doors that the whole group that the group of leaders went through.
Mm-hmm. So you approach, and they seem to look straight up over your head, staring right ahead.
Excuse me? I'm sorry?
One will break and look down.
I look extremely relieved. And it is not an act. I say, I'm terribly sorry. I'm from a long way away, a very long way away, and I don't know if I entirely understood what happened, or will there be some sort of something, a hearing, or tomorrow, or I'm just confused as to what we should do next. This seems unusual.
Well, if you want my advice, you should go home.
Okay, well, it would take me several months to get home, but I will return to our lodgings. Thank you.
You should do that. There's nothing more to see here tonight.
That much is clear. All right, and she'll give like a little awkward curtsy and go meet the others in the garden, because that was, the effort was made. The effort was made. Okay.
It's like walking up to a cop at a crime scene going, what happened? Move along, ma'am.
Sometimes you get the sheriff's deputy that likes to chat, Sometimes you get lucky, but I did not pick well because, I'm having a dumb kind of night, so. Anyway, I will rejoin Vaughn and Nia in the garden.
So, Darby, you have ascended down the roof of that spiraling staircase, and ahead of you stretches a long, dark stone hallway. You do not see Realm, but you do spot a light flickering from a nearby doorway.
I am going to scuttle towards the light. Oh no.
Realm, if you could go ahead and give me a perception check.
Yeah, I was gonna say, since I'm keeping an eye out for him, I'm gonna occasionally poke my head out and like just look up and down the hallway. But perception, that's 12.
Oh boy.
Just a 12?
That's,
Yeah.
could be worse.
It could be worse. It could be worse.
Be under 10.
So,
It's
it could be under 10. So you poke your head out and scan up and down the hallway, and just barely catch the sight of movement on the ceiling. Just outside the doorway with that flickering light where you know the two guards are. What do you do?
Darby.
Wow.
Do I notice?
It's fine. It's fine.
Go ahead and make a perception check as the spider.
Oh my god. Oh.
You haven't seen me.
Spider, like,
I have so many
rotating
eyes.
left and rotating right.
You haven't seen me with at least one.
I have so many eyes. Hey, but so if it doesn't list that I get a bonus in the skills, I don't get a bonus, right?
It's just your
So nervous.
It's just my what?
your dexterity.
Okay. So that will be a 15.
Yes.
Good, you did good.
Through the vibrations felt on the hairs of your legs, you can feel a whispering in the air. And you pivot to see the pale face of Realm sticking out from a shadowy crag where he had found cover.
I'm going to scuttle up over the roof down the side of the wall to where Realm is.
Okay.
Gonna hold out my hand for him and be like, "That's you, right? This isn't random."
He's just been
Let a
whispering at
spider
random
friend.
spiders the entire time.
Canonically, he
spider
picks up. This
whisperer.
is the third spider he's picked up.
I'm going to do a little tap dance on his hand again. I don't think I can talk to him in this form.
No, you cannot.
Okay. I'm gonna take that as my answer. I'm gonna
Wait,
be like,
can you
okay,
mind link with him? Oh, sorry.
yes. No, but that's a good idea.
Metagaming pigeon.
Metagame the pigeon.
I am going to mind link with the spider. No. Oh my god, if it was actually a spider though, I wonder. Anyways.
This is the third spider, bro.
I don't understand you. Wait, I have an idea.
Okay.
So you mind
Okay.
link and are able to telepathically communicate for the next hour.
I'm gonna tell him or them that okay, so there's through that door there's a room and there's a guard sitting at a table. Through that there's across the room there's another door leading into a hallway where there's a bunch of cells and there's a guard leaning into a wall, probably staring right into Calder's cell. I'm gonna be like, sorry, I'm talking a lot. If I can get close enough to touch him, I can restore whatever is going on in his mind because I don't think he can do anything while it's I don't know. This is me guessing. I don't think he can do anything while he's not restored. But and also I can wind walk us all out if we need to, but I have to be able to he has to be willing, so he has to know I'm there.
Okay. I can go look into the cell. I don't know how to get you into the cell is the problem. And we're just like nervously like turning in your hand.
Okay,
I
could
can-
you maybe
go ahead?
go for it?
Nope, go ahead.
Are you able to carry a necklace with you as a spot? Am I attuned to it? I think I'm attuned to it actually.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. So maybe you could go in there and see if there's any windows, because maybe I could, if we can if there's a window nearby, we can go outside. I can wind walk through a crack, I think. I'll have to double check that. But we just need the guard not looking at him. And then it'll take me a minute to go revert back. I can greater restoration him, get rid of his bonds, and then I can't get him out is the only thing, but I can get myself back out, and then hopefully he can get himself out.
He has teleported before,
Hmm.
so why don't?
I considered yelling for the guards, and then hiding, but that could go bad, and then only one might go, and then
Okay. I think I'm going to go at least look. I will keep talking to you as I go, but I want to just get in and see the room and what we're working with. But I am still going to talk. I don't know how to solve this yet, but I'm going to go look, and then maybe we'll have more answers.
if they see you and you need a distraction, just tell me and I'll shout for the guards or something to get you not squished.
Well, if... Okay.
Don't get squished!
I'm going to give Realm's palm a little pat, and then I'm going to hop onto the wall and scuttle towards the room.
So you approach the room, and as you enter, you see again a small stone room lit dim with torchlight. One guard seems to now be reclined in his chair, his feet up on a small wooden table in the center of the room. The impression this might have been used for interrogations. And as you proceed into the hallway following, there's only a single torchlight close to that room that lights the entire hall and casts very unhelpful and flickering shadows in the line of cells that make up the left-hand side of the hall beyond. Would you to make a stealth check as the spider, please, as you pass through 2 guards' perceptions.
10.
They
Please
rolled
roll
a 7 and a 6 before their before their modifiers, and they're not perceptive. They're not perceptive.
I'm sorry.
So, you proceed into the second hallway, which seems to end in a dead-end stone wall, and you spot 5 different cells made up of metal bars. And in the centermost one, the one across from which the guard just leans and stares, you can spot the huddled shape of something seated on the floor.
Okay. Are there any windows at all? Like,
You are a good 15 to 20 feet underground
yeah, okay. That's okay.
in a very stone foundation.
Okay.
As you realize this, those of you in the garden, you hear a sudden as this shadowy giant moose creature charges from the woods and starts to first bows its head and charges straight into a planter, picks it up on its antlers and throws it back over its shoulder, and then continues to charge. You can hear alarmed screaming from others that were wandering the garden and courtyard as they pick up on the noise and the crash. Some flock to the site just in time to see that moose charge directly into another set of raised planters and stomp on some well-maintained hedges.
Oh no.
Once they realize what's happening, most of them think the better of it and just kind of skid to a halt and turn to start running the other way. But you hear the yelling of people summoning help and summoning guard. What do you do? As this giant 11-foot tall moose creature, wisping in shadows and stars, just starts wrecking shrubbery and hedges and planters and stomping on the flowers.
Sort of just take a few steps back.
I'm also going to pretend to be really unnerved about this and start yelling for help.
Okay.
I just want all this work so bad.
I'm so scared.
So you begin shouting for help.
There's
Do
also
you-
like pretending to like we're the heroes of Omashire. We should probably pretend we're doing something about this.
Okay. It seems like those heroes
We're off duty.
are the first on scene. What are they doing as this shadow creature starts tearing apart the royal garden?
Oh god. I will attempt to speak with animals. But I'm doing it in a very I'm doing it in a very showy kind of way that I'm like, no, it's okay. It's okay. He's just afraid. I can talk to him and see if I can calm him down without any bloodshed.
Okay. Who just died?
That was Laura.
Bye!
The animal canceled her.
Are there any guards making
the
a
animal
show?
just like hoofed her in the face. Kept going.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
There are a
Oh,
couple
yeah.
that are immediately starting motion, ones that have been posted on the doors leading to the exterior from the castle. And they are rushing the creature with their spears at the ready and seem to stop only because Solace has put up her hands and loudly proclaimed that she is going to end this without bloodshed.
Oh boy. And people start to look at me
Oh
and
no,
suddenly
Boots,
I
my
look
one
less
true
confident.
weakness. I can't fight this.
It's resisting me.
I have casted it. Speak with animals.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm so scared.
I'm
Okay.
terrified.
You cast Speak with Animals. What do you say?
Hello.
Me.
Hi.
Hi.
Like, look, can I speak to this animal? Is it celestial, like, or is it just like moi moi? Like,
That's what I just had to look up. This is a celestial spirit taking the form of an animal. So you get out in front of it and declare you can end this with any bloodshed. And just before it was about to smash a topiary with its hooves, it stopped and listened to your meager hello and seems to rear back with intention to strike.
look, we're on the same team, and I do not want you to be hurt. But perhaps you could, and I'm speaking in its head, right? Or speaking in moose, I guess.
You are speaking to animal, so you are attempting to
Yes.
speak moose.
Okay. All right. Sweet. That sounds hilarious. I'm sure.
Can I attempt to tackle Solus out of the way when it rears back like that?
No, it's okay. It's okay. I got this.
You can certainly try.
No, I'm gonna try to tackle her out of the way when he rears back like that.
Okay. Sauce, do you resist?
Do I resist being tackled when I'm trying to talk down the moose? Yes, I will resist.
Okay. So make a dexterity saving throw. And Draconia, you can make a dexterity or a strength check. Try and grapple her.
It's not great. It's not great. I'm a small person.
Anyone remember when Realm threw himself at sorry, not Realm. Anyone remember when Nask threw himself at a cart to try and knock it over and bounce right back off? Right now.
Yeah.
And then,
I got 14.
Okay, well that beats my roll.
So, you can hear the footsteps, and Solace, you start to say, "No, I can," right before you are smashed into by Vaconia, tackling you to the ground. And this is just in time for that moose to sort of hop and skip back and forth on its front and back legs before it slams its front hooves down on the topiary it had been very driven to destroy.
Oof.
It's a hedge cut in a shape of a creature. It's out here destroying bush art.
Look, have you ever seen The Shining?
Aw.
So as it does that, the guards see the pair of you go down, unable to bring this beast to heel, and they begin to approach it with their spears drawn, and will start to attack the creature. So, way down in the dungeons,
Mm-hmm.
you
Where
hear
none of this is probably heard. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Yep.
This is up on the surface, also exterior of the castle. So there is a small smattering of guards that are attending to this moose escapade, and it has yet to escalate to the point where it's
One might
an alarm.
A moosecapade?
A moosecapade.
a moose.
It's yet to escalate to the point where it reaches those deep in the dungeon. So, Darby, you have identified that there is one creature being held in these cells. What are you doing?
I'm going to tell Realm. Hey, no windows. We are underground, I guess. I don't know how moving on the y-axis works. I don't.
This is out of my plane of movement.
No windows, one guard watching. I can.
Okay. No, go. I don't have an idea, so go.
Um, I don't. No, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I could shout for the guards and say, help, and then hide, but... And I was thinking, maybe if you can get within 30 feet of me, we can cast Windwalk and get into the cell. I just... If the guard watching the cell doesn't move... Yeah.
There is, would I know about how much time has passed while being down here? Like,
You're probably encroaching on 20, 25 minutes.
Okay.
You told the moose to wait 10, and I patiently waited 15.
There is probably big commotion happening up topside. If you want to scream for help for the guards for that, maybe that will pull them out. And then if you can hide, maybe we'll have more of a chance. That way, if you're comfortable, please do not do anything that you are not comfortable doing. I do not want you to put yourself at risk.
We shall see what happens.
Oh,
and I'm
gosh.
gonna start yell. Yeah,
There's a moose. It's a moose. There's a moose in the garden.
There's a horse loose in the hospital.
Okay, I'm gonna face the hallway away from the door and try to project my voice.
Okay.
And I'm like, guards, help! There's something happening in the garden. Help! We need help right here, right now.
Go ahead and make a performance check.
Please.
Or
I believe in
deception.
you so hard right now.
Or deception.
Or deception.
Okay.
I'm willing
okay,
guidance.
I don't ever give you options.
Okay. I swear to it's natural 20. I wanted that on my stealth roll, but okay, what's that's 23. What is stealth roll? Okay, this is so good.
So both of the guards flinch for the sudden sounds of shouting, and they look at each other from their respective posts, and you can hear. Sorry, they say there was a moose. What's Moose doing here? And both of them, after exchanging a look, go, well, if it's out in the garden and they're calling for us, I think it's trying to get in. And they will both slowly move for the door and follow the sounds of shouting towards the stairs. They're also not terribly smart. 4 and an 8.
Look,
I'm hiding.
I'm gonna switch dice though, just so y'all know. For an unrelated reason.
I've never seen a moose before. I need to go see the moose.
Never seen a moose before. So the pair of them kind of shuffle quick, and one seems to stop at the door and says, "Are you okay to leave him alone?" And you'll hear, we'll pop up, make sure everything's okay, and we'll be right back. Come on. You want to hang out with the devil anyways?
We're
And they
gonna
both-
get guards fired.
we're absolutely gonna get these guards like
Hang
in
off
the
up the
stocks.
stairs.
Get hung.
We're gonna ruin 2 men's career.
Lives,
Or our
possibly.
own.
No.
They run past you and start up the stone step, buying you some time.
Okay, so I'm good now. They ran past me.
They have run past you, and you can hear them ascending the stairs.
Stealth running down the stairs, or down. Or sorry, not down the stairs, but through the hallway to the cell.
Yep. So you catch up to
Fast.
where Darby perches above your head over the cell, and you can see the shape of a humanoid creature in the cell on the other side of the bars, sat on the ground, goat legs out. Over his head is pulled a potato sack with the drawstring pulled taut around his neck, hands bound behind him.
I'm gonna scuttle into the cell with him.
Okay.
Can I reach him? If I reach through the bars, can I touch him?
Unfortunately, you cannot.
I'm going to unwild shape.
Okay. So the full form of Darby appears on the other side.
Surprise, Darby!
Just, please be quiet, please be quiet, please be quiet, please be quiet. And I'm going to try to grab Calder and drag him towards Spinnerell. Can reach him through the bars of the cell.
You hear a muffled sound, like, in surprise, but he doesn't seem to fight or kick back as you drag him across.
As soon as I can touch him, I'm touching him and casting Greater Restoration.
Okay. So you touch him and burst one of the beads on your necklace. And initially, though you can't see his face, you watch his entire body kind of swell as if inhaling properly for the first time.
I will pull the bag nothing. I will just undo everything. I'm freeing the wizard.
So you pull the bag from his head and the dinner napkin that had been shoved into his mouth to keep him from uttering any verbal components, and unbind his hands, and he looks surprised to see the pair of
Of all the people, of all the people.
kind
While
of.
that's going,
Go ahead.
while that's going on, I'm gonna say, be willing, be willing, be willing, be willing. And I'm gonna fucking do windwalk on all of them, all of us three, windwalk.
You're saying be willing, be willing, be willing, be willing?
Yes, yes.
That's
I'm
the
saying
only
be willing.
explanation you get.
Oh my god.
Look, he's Met Realm, okay? He's Met Realm.
Fuck if he's not willing. Please.
I'm gonna roll for this.
Oh my god.
Uh,
I can't say. Fuck.
what are you saying?
I'm going to get us out of here. Be willing.
Jesus.
It's a 1.
Well, is that good or bad?
I was going very literal with odds or evens. So as you reach out and put your hand on Calder, tell him we're going to get you out of here, be willing, and you cast Windwalk. You feel the spell take a hold of you. You don't feel it take a hold of Calder, though.
You bastard, man. Why are you like this?
And as you cast the spell and he is not a willing creature, he says, can we take 2 seconds
We
just
don't
to
have-
breathe?
Okay, alright, it's fine. No, it's okay. We're going to wait 2 seconds so Calder can breathe.
What on... Why you?
Unfortunately, we are the ones with the skills to get down here, and that is why we are here.
All right, well, I appreciate the chivalry, but leaving right now is a little bit difficult.
Alright. Then what do
Why?
you propose?
I would love nothing more than to leave this wretched place and feel the sun and feel like a free man. Unfortunately, I am a little bit shackled in more way than just physical.
Alright. So
Talk.
can...
Oh, right.
What,
Well, I appreciate whatever bout of magic you brought with you that dispelled what I am under. It is but temporary, and it will resume in, I imagine, before the next dawn, and that is why I cannot leave.
Okay.
The
Well,
Emperor is in possession of an artifact. You wanted me to talk. I'm talking.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Is in possession of an artifact. No, not the one you're thinking of. One specifically important to me. I imagine it's here with him. He keeps it very close at hand. It's going to look significantly greener than anything he has on his person. I need you to reach that and just use your dispelling magic or dispelling curse or anything to end a magical effect. I need you to use it on that green thing you find.
What? We need more than just green thing.
It's a plant.
Alright, okay.
It's a plant. It is likely in a box. It is likely looking sickly. I need you to dispel it. Do not crush it until you've dispelled it. And then you can do whatever you wish.
Okay. Alright,
Is he the sort to have more than one plant around?
It's
Or in
the
a
only
box.
one that matters as much to me.
Wait, yes, but we need to be able to identify it as it,
I
not just kill all those
doubt the
plants.
Emperor of the Desert keeps much in the ways of plants around him. I'm telling you, no. He will have only the one plant. You know what? On second thought, if it's a cactus, it's probably not the plant you're looking.
Okay,
Okay.
where is his room?
Somewhere in the castle.
You don't know where?
It's not
We
my
can-
business to know, really.
Well, we can figure it out. We'll
Okay.
find out. Okay. Alright, is there anything you want us to pass along? Anything else we can do for you in the meantime?
Well, you will likely have to bind me again.
Yes.
But perhaps we can arrange something I can break out of once you've done the thing, I will be able to free myself if all goes well.
Yes. Oh, I will do a very convincing slip knot for you.
Okay, but just curious, why can you not leave and be somewhere safe and then we try to find the plant?
Because if I leave and the Emperor finds out, he will crush the plant.
And that would be bad for you.
That would be very bad.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm sorry to do this again, and I'm going to start.
No,
redoing-
I truly appreciate that. And then he's muffled as you.
Wait. I have another question.
So you shut him up, and then Realm has another question and pulls the napkin out of his mouth. Just kind of seeing.
Tell us. Just tell us anything useful about him. Does he have magic? Is he good at? Just tell us anything more that will help us against him.
He has magic. He's not terribly good at it. That's why he leans so heavily on his advisor. You would be more pressed worrying about his personal guard, the Brotherhood, Scorching Sands or whatnot. They are around him almost constantly, save for when they are participating in the tournament.
Okay.
So very limited window.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. That is very helpful. All right. Do you have any more questions before I do the thing again?
We're on a clock here.
Okay, no, I guess that's it.
Okay, wait, before you...
Yes. I'm like holding the napkin, just like yes.
Before you go, I would actually have a gift. He extends his hand out between the two. I would make a pact with you. If you do this for me, I will return something to you. Sorry, not to mean I stole something from you, but would do unto you as you have done for me, being a favor for a favor.
Well, I want
guys
you
know-
to purposely fail a.
You're not gonna use it.
If
Okay.
that is what you would ask of
No,
me, that is
no,
fine. And he,
No!
We will. Yes, we will. We will make this pact. Yes.
okay, do you take his hand?
Oh,
Okay, so when you take his hand, you see almost like an inky darkness kind of bleed out from his fingers and hover over your skin and sink into your pores and climb up your arm. And then it is gone.
I really wish you would have told me that was going to happen before I did this, but okay.
Promise you, you'll be thanking me later. Now, anything else?
Is there anything you can give us, magic-wise, or anything that will help with this?
I think I just did.
Okay.
Okay, we're good.
All right.
He shoved the fucking napkin back in his mouth.
Night Mistress, watch over you. I'm just doing a very. I want to try to do a convincing looking knot, but like a little slip knot that he could like grab with his thumb and forefinger and pull free if he had the chance.
Let's make a real quick survival check.
Oh, I'm good at this.
this player
Oh,
knows.
shit.
19.
Oh my god, you're gonna fix something.
I
So
was
you
trying to do
managed
math.
to do quite a firm but well constructed slip knot. And you bind his hands behind him again. He's saying something again, but it's completely muffled by the napkin. You can probably discern it just to be kind of irate grumbling as you pull the bag over his head and pull him back over to the wall where he'd been leaning.
Just going to give him a little pat on the shoulder. And then. Yep.
Are we both? Can we both go to win now? Like we are both well-known creatures.
I assume so.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yep.
Let's
Going.
go.
Okay, so you
13.
both dissolve into air, and through that gaseous form are able to make a mostly stealthy escape from the dungeon. Back up in the garden, the moose is now surrounded by probably a party of 5 or 6 guards, and you have watched as almost too quickly for you to really react to, though you're welcome to try anything, as the guards form this unified front and begin to take strike after strike on the moose. Some of them get a good few glocks across the face with a moose hoof, and you can see like dislocated and skewed jaws or a very, very nasty black eye that is bleeding and swollen immediately.
I cast
they
Healing
are-
Word.
On the guards?
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta make
You
it look like
cast-
we're participating.
Yeah, you cast
Yeah.
healing words, and there's confusion on the face of one as he feels for his mangled eye and finds it not nearly as mangled as he was expecting and sees your outstretched hand towards him. And he bows his head in appreciation and then turns around and lobs his spear through the neck of the moose. And you are watching as slowly that star-spangled black moose is shrinking. And then slowly dissolves into nothing but a dark mist that dissipates down into the ground. And for this, the guards stand confused around it and say, when you hear an exchange of one of them going, did I just dream that? And then there's a collective murmur of confusion and feeling the bruises. One says, probably summoned by some ne'er-do-well or fledgling wizard trying to make a pass at the castle. They begin to generate theories amongst themselves.
And look, you have all acted bravely and protected the castle.
We did, didn't we? Oi, lads, we did! We did! They start hyping themselves up.
Yeah, she's like nodding and smiling at them, like, yeah, you
I'm
guys are awesome.
More guards
Sweet.
show up at the door. They're like, no, we got it. We handled it. We're the A crew now, aren't we? They
Oh, I
start
wanted to
patting each
see the
other on the backs.
moose. I wanted to see the moose. Did you see the moose?
So they begin to head back to their posts, although two will pass by you and say, are you all okay?
Oh yes, because of you.
Well, much better now that the
absolutely.
day has been saved.
We're just doing our jobs, but thank you for your help. I saw what you
course.
guys did, and I'll make sure the king knows.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
And they,
I'm sure you'll have his ear after this.
well, yeah, I hope so. Gotta tell him we killed a shadow moose in the garden. And then you can hear them kind of still in disbelief, but hyping each other up as they head back to their posts at the exterior of the gate. And you stand surrounded by flattened bushes, topiaries beheaded or knocked off of their stumps, flower beds completely crushed and broken, some small trees snapped.
Well,
What do you do?
that was interesting that we took on a shadow moose of some kind.
Perhaps we should check in
Oh,
with
this
Darby
poor
and Ralph
garden.
with that other
Poor
stone.
garden.
The pair of you, Darby and Realm, will essentially rush out as this gaseous.
Please.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I have an out of character question really quick before we leave.
Mhm.
Am I still mind linked with Darby?
It lasts for an hour, so you would be coming towards the end of it, but yes.
Do you think we should look for the Emperor's room now while we're gas?
We're
Go out and meet, or we can go out and meet the others, and then you and I at least can turn back into gas.
Yes to the second one.
Okay, now we rush out.
So you spill out into this now ruined garden, which was once a display of the finest of plants and artistry from across the continent, is now just in shambles. And the rest of your party sort of stood astride it.
I feel a little bit bad about that.
Yeah, I'm going to make sure there's no guards around, or no one watching. Or if there is, I'm going to go hide, and then I'm going to change back to myself.
Yeah, you find tree cover enough to shift back into your solid forms, and you can approach the carnage as Darby and Realm. The rest of your party is stood there, and you can also spot that from the castle itself, is exiting a small herd of servants to begin cleanup.
Oh, what happened up here?
A moose, a shadow moose of whatever came through here. The gods say it was just some fledgling wizard trying their hand at attacking the castle by them. That seems like really a stretch. But, yes.
Well, if we are not of much use here, perhaps it is best we go back to our rooms then.
Yes, I am exhausted after that.
All right, let's go. They are
Okay.
turning and walking immediately.
Yeah.
So you begin to leave behind the scene of the trampled garden and the staff that are trying to salvage what they can with it. You proceed back down the winding pathway through
I
the...
will lean over and prestidigitation a bush and try it. just the one little bush as I walk by, and I'm like,
Let's
oh,
go
that
ahead
didn't work very well.
and do a quick nature check.
Okay. I am rolling poorly tonight. That is a 6.
So you focus your... can't say that word, your magic, your presto titty magic, on a shrub as you pass by, and while it starts to form up under your guidance, as soon as you kind of pace yourself to breathe, it all falls apart, and you're like, oh, okay. Might take a more dedicated hand than mine.
I hurry away. That didn't work.
You all collectively proceed down the hill through the forest back towards the inner city. Anything you're doing or saying in the meantime?
Are we waiting until we get back? Or are we...
I'm like petting
No.
Realm because I'm glad he's not dead. Like just oh yes, okay. You look fine. I'm like checking, like, oh yeah, all limbs. I'm counting fingers and stuff. Just making sure they're all still there. It's good. I look a little bit relieved. But
No, go ahead. I was just gonna say I don't feel comfortable saying anything until we're back in the room.
Okay.
So it is under a deliberate and hushed quiet that you make a hurried return to your rooms in the Ivory Spire. Once behind the safety of your own shut doors, you feel as if you can breathe for the first time in a few hours, and collectively do so.
So, here's the thing. We found Calder. We were able to break whatever is over him temporarily. It will happen again. He will go back under whatever it was at dawn.
They said, did he say wait, did he say this? I thought he said the next dawn. I thought we had a day.
I thought he said dawn, but it could have been next. It could have.
He did say the next dawn.
Okay.
However, you are talking still like you haven't hit midnight yet.
Yep. So it would be like tonight.
The next dawn is in like 8 hours or so.
Fuck. Okay. No rest
So-
for the wicked.
Yeah. Alright, so we did that, and we need to find a plant near the Emperor, and we need to dispel the magic on the plant. And then whatever we want to do to the plant after that.
He said that it will likely be in a box in the Emperor's chambers.
And it will probably look sickly.
Okay, Darby and I at least, we have Windwalk still on us. I don't know if the meeting with the important people is over, but if it's not over yet, now is likely only chance we're going to get, really. Because apparently he has guards all around him called the Scorching Sands Guard, blah, 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 that word. And
the
You want to go back in tonight, is what you're saying.
I think
Yeah.
just for reconnaissance, nothing. I don't know that it's.
the only
I don't
thing is,
know.
I have lesser restoration, but I don't have a. I need to check something.
He also did say that the Emperor's guards will be entering the tournament, but otherwise they stay pretty close, and they are the ones that we need to worry about more than the Emperor.
Okay.
So is it that if we were to try to do that during the tournament, one of us would have to try to sneak
Likely.
in
Or
there?
them.
Well, no, we wouldn't all be participating at once, I don't think, is how this tournament would go.
Do we
I
not
thought
go
we
in as
were
a
all going
group?
to.
I think
That
it's
is
a
what I
group
thought.
thing.
I mean, no, I'm saying that not every contestant is going to be participating at the same time, I don't believe.
Like, our group won't necessarily be participating
Right.
at the same time as them. I don't know, though. I don't know the answer to the question out of character. So, yeah.
Do we not wait for the moment that perhaps we get into the ring with them? No, wait, we're not battling each other, we're
No.
battling animals. We'll
I'm
wait
saying there will
until
be a
we see
window
them
where
in the
we will be
ring.
preoccupied, but there will also be a window where they're preoccupied.
Yes.
In theory,
What?
yeah.
But now
Unless
that
it's
they
at the same time.
Got it.
now that they know what Calder is, though, is he in danger from this tournament or anything?
Probably not. I mean, we don't
Unless-
Will they-
know, but
If so, it's going to make it a whole lot harder.
I mean, I think tonight we could at least try to figure out where his room is. And then maybe go from there. I don't know.
Okay. No,
learn
I
what
agree.
you can while you can.
Hmm.
I am just I agree. I'm just concerned because I will not have Windwalk again, potentially for the next little while. Same with Greater Restoration. So it would all be up to Nia, and I don't know if Solus has the same magic, but it would be up to Nia to dispel both the plant and whatever's on his mind. So we would have to get Nia down to
dispelling the plant would dispel what's on his mind,
Mhm.
Mhm.
from my understanding of it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also, you've used Windwalking already, so like, may as well take advantage of it.
Yes.
Well, we have to get rid of the magic around the plant, yes? Not so much
If-
around Calder.
Yes. That is what he made it seem like. If
I
We
can
get-
do it.
if by some miracle we get into the room without the Emperor and you find the plant, do you want us to grab it and bring it back?
That
I
would
can
probably
try.
be best.
What?
Just the longest sigh in the world.
I was too close to my mic. Let me just a little bit.
Would
No, it's perfect.
the only thing I will have left to help if we do find the plant is lesser restoration. If that is not enough, we will have to take it.
Yeah, if you find the plant, take the plant. But I don't know if he told me everything. But did he not say it would likely be on his person?
Yeah.
I mean, if
said
you
it'd
find
be
the
on-
plant, take the plant, but don't expect to find the plant.
He did say it would be on his person, from what I remember.
I didn't think he said that, 'cause he said it would be in a box, and I thought it was like a full plant. And he said also, if it's a cactus, it's not it. So
They said it was on him.
Interesting specification.
did he say it was on?
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, okay, Kaylee's nodding.
We can
Damn
still
it.
look and see, but yeah. I
You guys
do
mentioned
also
that you made a pact.
no, but I can bring that up also.
If you don't, you
Oh,
don't. You don't. You
no.
don't. If you don't, you don't. If
Why
you
would
don't, you
I
don't.
I'm not gonna like say anything. I'm just gonna like casually like not undress, but gently just like look at my arm and like try to see if there's any mark on my arm or anything.
Go ahead and make an investigation.
I'm great at that.
Your own arm.
Guidance.
Okay. That's a D4. Where are my
Yes.
D4s?
Can I
Okay,
help
there's
them
Up
look
your
at
butt.
their arm?
Nia,
Okay.
yeah, Nia notices that Darby's looking at their arm and is like, "Let me help you with that."
So that's a 12 minus 1 for 11 plus 4 for 15.
Okay. So you inspect your arm looking for any kind of discoloration or mark, and you find nothing, but you can certainly feel a tingling that is slowly moving up your arm through your shoulder and settling in the back of your head.
There is.
I'm just
You haven't.
gently
ahead.
going to put my arm back in my sleeve and pull my little cloak up.
Okay. So I'm not still mind link with Darby by this point. Fuck.
No, at this point it would be done.
I do have a favor from Calder in the future if we ever need that though, so that's fun for us, I guess.
Out of character, being a Fey creature, would I know anything special about making deals with Fey?
Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Okie dokie.
I'll give you Arcana or Nature.
Okay, they are the same. I will
Can't
tell you
wait
which
to
one.
Find out how fucked my character.
I am rolling the same dice as rolled 2, 3, 4 so far tonight. So what could? Oh, that is a natural 1. I quit.
Oh no.
I know nothing about anything. I grew up in. I am a country bumpkin. I have no idea how things work in the real world or in the Fey world.
didn't-
I just exist.
Why didn't you roll another dice? You knew it was rolling badly.
That look. There's because statistically it does not matter. This dice has rolled nat 20s before. I don't know. I'm not superstitious like that. It's my favorite dice because it is the only metal one I keep in my tray that is a d20, and it's satisfying to feel. So
Oh,
it's
awesome.
fine. It's fine.
Some need to go into prison for a night and then you bring it back. Anyways, okay. Okay, speaking of though, whatever happened, Darby, you might lose it when he goes back under.
I think I will know. It is I think I will know if I've lost it.
I'm meaning more. Well, I'm meaning more. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. What to do.
I mean, I think he would have said something, and honestly, if I don't have a favor to call on, then I
meant
guess I've
this-
gained or what? Sorry.
No, just because he gave you something with that. I don't know what, but he said. I asked if he could help us anything with an. Blah, 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 blah. I can't talk tonight. I asked if he could help us magically, and he said that he did. The pact is not what I'm concerned about. I'm concerned about you losing whatever magic he may have given to help.
I think he would have. He seems very smart. I think he would have said if we were going to lose it. But he is. I don't know. He's wily, but I feel like in that moment he was being genuine, maybe for the first time ever. I don't know.
He fucking had better be. I think he was too.
Might I offer something?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Once in a while, I have the opportunity to attempt to connect with my friend and goddess. And I can ask single questions towards goals of ours. Perhaps it is a question I can ask about the tournament itself. It's sort of a foresight thing, much like Misala did. Without the blood, but...
I wonder
I just-
if you could ask her.
it
I wonder
says
if you could ask her. Go for it.
Sorry. You ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days.
Oh, I thought you said 3 questions.
No, one. You get 1 question. Or I get 1 question.
You could ask when the best time to do this is? I don't know.
I was also thinking that. When is the best time to attempt to obtain Calder's plant? Or
the
something more
plant that he is
specific.
bound to. The plant
Or
that
when-
he is bound to, possibly.
Or when is the best chance during the tournament to obtain the plant?
What if they decide to execute him before the tournament?
Could ask
Or-
that too.
Make him a beast and no.
Perhaps if you are going to go and try and find out something, we should do that soonish before it gets people start to leave.
I'm sure Adeline is going to be able to tell us something whenever the meeting breaks, if that about that later.
True.
Is she able to send a message, or would Nia have to send her a message first?
I gave Adeline a sending stone.
Okay,
So
that-
she'll be
that's
able to
good.
message me whenever she gets an opportunity. If she even feels the need to message. Well, I imagine she would, but...
If it
I
isn't
think that's-
too dangerous.
Hmm. So you two
There.
are going off then to find information?
I think we should, yeah, make use of the spell while we have it.
I agree, but I wonder if there's anything you 3 can do. Perhaps you could come back with us and wait to speak with Adeline. I think that would be reasonable. Everyone knows that we're friends with her and with Calder.
We have to consider that
Would rather wait till tomorrow,
Hmm.
at least. I can get a drink. I think I need one. You guys
Yeah.
can.
You could
wonderful
absolutely get a
things.
drink.
I could get a drink.
Think you, I mean, yes, I think you have all earned the drink at the very least, and we can come join you when we're done.
And y'all as well. And by the time that y'all arrive, we will have the barn, the tavern will definitely know the name of the heroes of Callius. We're gonna go spread our brand awareness.
Perhaps when you tell the story, you can add in that Darby and I were there doing something.
I will just like sprinkle that in as new information.
I will
Maybe
sprinkle in the
say
fact
that
I am
we ran off to yell for help, but we did something useful.
Might also
Okay.
discuss
No, we have
name
plenty of stories where y'all are
opportunities.
already in it.
All right,
So-
well,
Some of you are opting to go get a drink to calm your nerves. Are you getting it at the Ivory Spire, or are you heading down into the inner city?
Hell, no, not with these prices. I'm going to the inner city.
I mean, we have our drink tickets that they gave us when we checked in.
Just coasting on those coupons.
Heck yeah, 2 drinks a day, I assume. Not that I have ever drunk at a hotel.
if you fall outside, they'll give you a whole bottle of wine sometimes.
What did,
I'll
what do
ask
these
about that
snobs
story
want
another
to
time.
hear about a grueling battle in the bottom of a tomb? I want to go to where people want to hear that story.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
So you begin to proceed towards the inner city and the Great Gazebo, which seems to be the place that will favor those kinds of stories at a price you can afford. Realm and Darby, you will be using the last of your, well, you have 8 hours, so you have plenty of time with Windwalk. You will be using this time to return to the castle in your gaseous form and investigate what you. And we can take a quick break here for peeing.
Yes, please.
Nervous vomit also. Jesus.
Yeah.
We'll be back in about 10 minutes. What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
I guess I'm just like right below the camera. I'm sitting on the floor playing with the dog.
As you do.
The tug of war specifically.
Nervous.
Why ever would you be nervous?
I'm nervous.
I had full confidence in the skill set that we were bringing to that predicament. In hindsight, I wish I'd done something slightly different with the moose things, but for now, I can say the bomb was just like the whole time, like, no, not the topiaries, not the azaleas. Those were my favorites.
That worked so hard. Oh my god.
Look what you've done to my peonies! They're miracles!
That was great. I wanted to push that button, and I did.
I still need to add a sound for the wand. I can't wait for Darby to roll a nat one on a stealth check and the wand just fall out of their fucking go off.
Yeah, and add sounds, yeah. How would that even work?
I think you have to have like a little sound bite, and you
Yeah.
can just. I don't know. I'm gonna mess
You'll
with it
find
later,
that on
so
media.
I will let you know what I find.
I did too. I want to mess.
Oh, I have so many ideas already for just snippets of
Mhm.
songs.
Yeah. I have ideas
I
for.
don't cook, I don't
sounds.
clean, but let me tell you how I got this ring.
Okay, we all back?
Yes.
So, Realm and Darby. You assume once more a gaseous form and use it to traverse up towards the Cranswell Keep over the grounds that you had walked down about an hour before. Over the broken garden that was beset by a celestial moose, and over the people that now try and salvage what they can from the wreckage. Where are you going?
I'm going to mind link with him with Darby again.
Okay.
Do we stick together or do we split up?
I mean, we'll cover more ground if we split up. And I suppose if there is trouble, we can reach out like this and hopefully be there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm okay to split up, yes.
Alright.
Do we look in through windows?
I mean, are there windows on the outside? I guess we could try that before we go in.
There are windows on the outside, mostly openings, and you can see the flickering of candles in the hallways and rooms beyond. It seems like the castle is quietening now. guests have mostly filtered out.
What are the Matacalian colors? Sorry.
They're red and gold, right?
Red and yellow,
Red and yellow, sorry.
Okay.
but yes, gold. Opulent.
Opulent.
And when
He owns everything.
and his room will likely be decorated with those colors because Adeline's was decorated with hers, right? Yes.
That is correct.
Okay. So start by looking through the windows, I suppose. Look for red and yellow, and then talk to each other.
Mhm.
Hang on.
I imagine there's just a stream of consciousness between the both of them, just like, oh god.
So as you circle about the castle, peering into windows that sometimes lead down grand hallways and sometimes lead into unassuming rooms that don't catch your attention, for paying attention to the coloration that this nation likes to identify with, you do spot a a room in the northwest wing of the castle on one of the turrets that seemed to be absolutely covered in tapestries of yellow and red. It is currently empty.
I think it's over there.
Okay. Alright, I guess. Are we going in?
Yeah, let's go closer anyways, looking through the window.
As you amalgamate on the outside of this building, I need you both to make a quick stealth check.
Do I still go at disadvantage if I'm a cloud? Because it comes from my armor. I'm just asking.
No, you would not get disadvantage as a cloud.
Alright.
21.
Another, 21, another 19 plus 2, 21.
Okay.
There you go, both of us.
You circle
yeah.
closer to the turret through which window you can see an opulent room that might fit a visiting emperor. You seem to have gone unnoticed so far.
Is there anyone in the room?
Make a perception check.
I swear to God, guys, my dice rolling thing works because I just got another fucking natural 20. I see. Anyways, so that's a 26.
Okay. So this room, circular in nature, rather grand, seems to take up the entirety of the turret that it is located near the top of the tower, and it does currently seem to be empty. There are those yellow and red tapestries strung from the ceiling and draped over the walls, as well as lounge chairs that match the theme, and an ornate four-poster bed in the middle of the room. It seems unoccupied.
I have a proposition. Perhaps one of us can wait outside the room and let the other know when they're coming. It will take a minute to revert back to this form, but if someone's keeping watch, perhaps we will have time.
I can go outside of the room. I trust that you will be better to check for traps and the like. If you do find the box and don't feel keen on taking it, could you put this in it? And I'm going to hand Realm a tooth.
Yes. Should I not try take it, or only if I don't think I have to?
I don't know. I worry that if we take the plant now, I worry it will get tracked back to us. It's the only thing. But if you put this tooth in it, I might find it later.
Okay, so I should not take it. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I have lesser restoration. Sorry, I can try lesser restoration and.
Yeah. But
Okay.
yeah, try that and then we'll go from there. But I'm going to go wait outside the door and pay it and wait and listen.
Okay.
Okay. So the pair of you melt through the window and into the hallway outside. Darby, you remain there while Realm sort of seeps through the cracks under the door and into that tower room. Again, it seems decorated for a visiting royal from another nation, no expense spared. There are snacks and treats that wait on a gold tray, a little dolly near the door. Fine wines and ales in a cabinet on the right wall. But it looks yet unlived in.
Okay, I'm going to revert back to human self.
Okay. So you take a minute, change your shape back to human.
I'm going to start looking for traps and for anything hidden, like a hidden compartment in the wall, check under the mattress.
Do an investigation check. Outside the room, Darby, could you give me a perception check?
Oh boy. I'm just standing in a sea of guards. 14 plus 4, 18.
Okay. Another
I swear to
20?
fucking God. I swear to fucking God. I swear to God. It's I tell you guys, rolling nice.
I'm believing it, honestly. I'm kind of sold on the idea.
So you begin to carefully pick your way through the room. You find, again, a room set up for opulence. But as you thoroughly begin to take apart the room piece by piece, flip up the mattress, check the drawers, check the cupboards, look for any sign of somebody having settled here, find not even bags that look like they belong to somebody from Modicol.
How many days has it been since they've been here?
I believe 2.
Okay, to Darby, I'm going to say I don't see anything. I don't see bags or any personal belongings. It's very strange.
You hear that in your mind, Darby, but you also hear footsteps, slow and measured, echoing down the hall. What do you do?
Spider. Spider.
You panic blip into a spider.
I am
What
going
do you
up the
do?
wall immediately.
Okay, go ahead and make a stealth check as the footsteps get closer and closer from the hall.
Natural 20. Okay.
So you immediately scuttle up
Wow.
to hang on the ceiling and tuck yourself in with a natural 20 into the most unassuming crack in the wall that you could find as the owner of the footsteps approaches. And you can see in the dim firelight, very opulent and royal blue robe, the shortcut white hair, white beard of an elderly magic user who approaches the door as the candlelight flickers over his face. You recognize Casimir. He lifts his hand and goes to knock.
Realm, Casimir, you have to go. Casimir is at the door. Casimir
I'm
is at
gonna
the door.
dive under the bed and start changing myself back to wind.
You can open the door, or I will simply let myself in.
Okay, Darby, do I let him in or not?
We're not supposed to be here.
So you hear again, and then the click of the lock
Oh no.
as it unlocks.
I'm under the bed.
He pushes it open, and he walks in to stand in the middle of the dark room. And he says, I'll give it to you. You're very good at hiding. But you're in my domain. And I don't take kindly to people snooping. What do you do?
I pee my pants. I pee my pants.
So,
Like a really low belly laugh.
so from the cover of Under the Bed, you watch as those little slippers, the ornate slippers that Cassius wears, sort of track around the bed. He seems to be casually wandering. He says, I can only imagine you think you're doing something important in here, because Why else would you be breaking into the reserved space of a visiting dignitary from another nation? I would caution you, though. Again, most of what you do, I can see.
Am I gas yet?
We're fucked. We're fucked. This is fucked.
You've got about 20 seconds where you're starting to break apart and break down into a gas shape. And you watch as those slippers wander towards one of the windows, and he looks out towards where in the northwestern corner he can see his own tower. Says, well, I mean, you have me at a bit of a loss, as typically when one is so obviously discovered, they don't continue to remain hidden. So I'm going to assume you're just stupid and talk to you as such. If I detect any hint of you behaving untoward and you are getting more and more gaseous as he continues, of behaving untoward to our nation, understand, I will come down upon you and all of your friends with the utmost barbarity. And you, at this point, finally become a true gas shape. What do you do?
Darby. Do I talk to him or run?
He already knows. I mean, what would you say to him?
I could explain that something is amiss with the Emperor and with his advisor. The truth, I suppose. I mean, he might just be able to dispel this form if I come out.
I worry about telling him what the I worry about sharing too much.
Well, what do you think I should say? Or do or leave or run? Oh god.
He turns and begins to walk towards the bed. He stops just beside it.
I'm no longer a spider. I will drop to the ground as Darby.
Okay. You drop to the ground as Darby. And he will turn and look behind you, and he looks confused for a moment, says, not the one I was expecting, but not entirely surprising either.
Yes, forgive the intrusion. I promise we mean nothing untoward towards your kingdom or its people.
Despite the fact that the pair of you have been sneaking around for the better part of the evening, and now return as insignificant wisps of air to continue to intrude upon the territory of others.
But you said that yourself. We are very insignificant. We pose no threat. Surely not to you or anyone.
You do not, and it is good that you know that.
Mm-hmm.
So, why don't you explain what you were doing here?
I'll come out of my gas form.
So you spend another minute to return to solid shape.
And then roll out from under the bed.
I am going to put my hand in my pocket and fish around for a stone. I don't know which one I grab. I have so many at this point. I'm just going to think in my head, Casimir has found us. We found the Emperor. Casimir found us. Found Emperor room. Talking.
You have 3 stones on you?
Yeah.
Yep.
One is for Devog, one is for
Vaughn.
Oh wait, no, it's for the. Wait, yeah, okay, no, that's.
And one is the one that Vaconia just handed me a minute ago.
Okay, so go ahead, roll d6.
Please do not call yourself.
Hang on, let me just write down this.
Please don't be double. Please don't be double.
What?
Dear God.
God.
Okay. Go ahead. Tell me what it was.
6.
Okay. Laconia, you hear in your head the message of Darby. They've been caught by Casimir.
I immediately, immediately, magically, immediately,
I am magically.
I immediately, my first thing is to reach over and slap Vaughn in the arm.
So you
And
are
then-
all seated at a nice homey table within the great gazebo, finally sampling some glittering, smoking alcoholic beverages that are shaped like little potion bottles and taste like pure fruit.
Ooh.
And Vaughn, you are probably just finishing the last of your first when you are slapped abruptly upside the arm.
Sorry, it was just a reaction. And then they got caught by Casimir.
Oh boy.
Do I hear this?
I imagine you're there also, probably marveling over the pretty glittering. You know when they put like, what is it, glimmer powder in drinks? And like as
Yeah,
soon as you
like that.
shake it, you can see it swirling.
Oh, I would
Yeah,
love
it always
that.
tastes kind of grainy and it's so disappointing.
Yeah. But it looks so pretty.
It is so pretty.
I thought it
You're
tastes
right.
like pure fruit, because if it tastes
This
like
one
pure
will
fruit,
taste
Well,
like
yes.
Baconia's into that. Baconia's
fruit has
super
pulp.
into that.
So yes, all three of you hear this message
What do we do?
Yeah. Oh,
as relayed by Vic.
I don't know what to do.
well, what is he? I am out of sorts. What has he done with them?
I don't know. I just know that they caught them. That he caught them.
No, we need to know what he's done with them.
We need like more sentence stones.
I have another. I can
You
try.
said they're talking?
I did. He
Yes.
just said they got. Wait, what'd you say? Sorry.
Caught by
I'm
Casimir.
That they're
Okay.
talking? Yes.
Emperor's
So-
room. Talking.
I said that to you. I'm sorry. I panicked, and then I got rid of the rest of the words, and all I retained was caught by Casimir.
Why, perhaps you should send back and ask Darby what they need from us.
Yeah, because we're not gonna listen back after that.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
If they're
All I have is that parrot in my head
Okay.
going, "What?"
I don't know what.
So I'm looking at you both, like, what? Sorry, waiting to reply.
Ask them what
In a
they
mirror of
like
that.
to do.
we're onto something big. Nothing concrete yet. Couldn't make a public stand.
To mirror that, Realm and Darby, Casimir is stood staring at the pair of you, waiting for you to say something.
What was that message I just got?
Yeah, what did Vaughn say?
No, I don't what?
What the fuck does that mean?
He was telling you what to say.
What does
But
it
what does it mean?
On to something big. That's how I
Onto
heard.
something big, accusation fishy, nothing concrete. Couldn't make a public stand.
Okay. I didn't hear that. Go.
So what do you do, Nia? Do you relay that? Do you change it?
Our lives
Yeah, I
are on the line.
relay that. Yeah, I
Just-
relay that. Send it. I relay it, but it sounds super stiff and confused and like.
So it's almost like you're watching him speak and repeating it as he's
Yeah,
saying it. And then as soon as
exactly.
you finish saying it, you're like, what the? What?
Yeah, and that's exactly how it is. What the hell? But then I'm sure because
I
they're
didn't have the
bros,
time
they'll
to
get
count
each
the
other.
words. It seemed critical to get it quickly.
It was good.
I don't understand what
I
that
get what you, it
means.
took me a second, but I'm with you now. I understand what you're saying.
I
now.
don't.
You're giving them
Yeah.
something to say to call. Yeah, I'm with you now.
About what?
So-
What are we? What are we on to?
The High Wizard stares expectantly at the both of you and goes, "Are we done conferring?"
Oh God.
We are. You will forgive us for this, but we we're a
are
little.
vastly out of your range and experience. I understand.
Yes, of course. We are a little suspicious of the way that things happened this evening at dinner, and yes, it is not our place perhaps, but we feel as if we were onto something that we didn't want to alert the entire guard for. We didn't think it would. We just are out of
So
our depth.
you suspect, and he's just casually checking his nails as you stumble through your sentence. So you suspect that perhaps the Emperor is not being as forthcoming as he claims when he outed his own advisor in front of just about every nation he could. You think he's hiding something?
I found that very suspicious.
Yes.
Well, perhaps you do yet have brains in those thick skulls of yours. I would advise you tread a lot light.
We can only tread so lightly. I was very small and he was wind.
True, I admittedly didn't even see you, but... At any rate, the meeting has adjourned and the Emperor speaks still with the King over a few private matters. I suspect it won't be long until he returns here. I will do what I can to erase the trace of you ever being here, if you do me the kindness of not getting caught.
You are not going to turn us in for this.
For investigating what very well could be some sort of hidden ploy for something that means well for Mordecai and not for the rest of us?
Mm-hmm. All right. So, okay. All right. Yep, we can do that.
Do not look a gift horse in the face.
I'm not.
I would pack up your things, as it were, and make yourselves scarce.
We will do that, but do you have any suggestions on ways to find the truth in this matter?
Be careful what friends you pick.
Who should
never
we not
know.
trust?
Well, first of all, you should not trust me. I will act in the interest of my nation above all else. And I imagine there's a good many people you surround yourself with that would aspire to do the same. Just saying, play your cards carefully and keep your hand close to your chest.
All right. Okay. Thank you for your help and advice. We will get out of your hair now, I guess.
I don't know what you're talking about. I was
don't
just
either.
coming up here to check on the quarters of the Emperor and make sure they were still to his liking.
Yep, all right. I'm going to start turning to gas now.
Me too.
So both of you begin to wisp into gas, and the entire 60 seconds of it, Casimir just stares. He checks a gold-plated stopwatch and kind of sighs and says, "This is tedious."
Well, we aren't all bad. We aren't all wizards. We can't all do fun magic things. And then I'm just going to become
And then we're gas.
It's like a
And now
ghost,
we're
like
gas.
the voice is just fading away.
We can't all do fun magic stuff. As you whisk back into gas, and Casimir, they're both hotty-totty wizards, does you the kindness of at least opening one of the Emperor's windows to allow you both to get sort of sucked out by the breeze before he'll close it again. Go back out into the hall, close that window as well. But everything he does after that is behind stone walls and no longer in your line of sight.
I'm going to make note of where this window is.
Okay. So, you proceed back to the Ivory Spire in your gaseous forms and find that your party still has not returned. But
Do you
in the shapes
tell
that you
us
are.
At any point, do you maybe send Vaughn a message, or do we just kind of panic for the next hour?
No, like
I don't know. They haven't said anything back yet. I don't know
I
if
will-
your message got through.
take like 3 minutes to stop on gas and say, okay, We're okay.
I mean,
Coming to you. Berries. And then I'm done.
So you stop at the Ivory Spire long enough to send a message. And this would come to Vaughn probably about 20 or so minutes after the initial one.
I am in the bathroom throwing up. I have eaten
On the
nothing.
other hand,
I have had nothing to drink. I am still throwing up.
I, on the other hand, am probably like 3 potions in because they're delicious.
They are. They taste like just fresh.
And that's
But
dangerous, but Nia doesn't know that, so she's just like, yeah, I like this a lot, so I'm just gonna drink them.
I've been chased by actual killer whales, and this is still the most nervous I've ever been in my life.
So, return to your solid shape long enough to send that, and then assume your gaseous form so that you can reunite with your party back at the Grand Gazebo.
Yeah, the quick response would have been, "Oh, hey, what's up, man?"
Oh my god.
The great gazebo. These berry drinks are really good. You're right.
So
I want to
you
be that
descend-
friend that yells into the phone as you're like, they're so good, dude, but like, I can't do that.
You
It's in your
descend back
mind.
to the tavern and shift once more, though you still will have access to Windwalk for the next few hours, and are able to enter the tavern as patrons and join your party where they are seated and well into at least one of their potion beverages.
Okay.
You're not in jail. Hello.
What is not in jail? Hello.
I
will
am
re-
surprised.
I will return from the bathroom. I will again check to make sure that everyone has all of their fingers and toes. Yeah.
I will immediately order them 2 potions.
Okay.
So, things went.
I was gonna say it's a gold piece per beverage, but
I'm doing it. I got
marking
this.
down as you drink.
I got
I'm
this.
gonna talk about this here. Right here.
We just got here. Fuck it. I'm gonna talk about it here.
Can we do a perception check? Just see if
Do
there's
a
anyone
perception check.
sketchy. I'm rolling this dice again. Let's see if it goes well. Or no, that's a 10.
Oh no.
So you glance around the
I
tavern,
love it.
and it seems lively and warm. There is a small band playing music just to fill whatever dead air exists between conversation, but they almost need not play anything, as most of the patrons here seem involved with the people at their own tables, spinning stories for themselves or trading gossip between one another. Nobody seems to be paying attention to you. You're just another face in the crowd.
But sorry,
I'm
if we
so
would rather
glad you
not
made it.
talk about this here, we can go. It is okay.
I don't think anyone is listening to us.
I could say that, but it's a very public place.
It's also a very loud place. Very easy to talk
Yeah.
quietly in a loud place and not get overheard.
So,
Considering you just got caught by a magic user, I do worry that there
Well-
are other magic users around.
I think that had more to do with us being in the castle. I think Casimir can see everything you do in the castle, so be careful with that.
Only thing magical here are these potions. Cheers.
Gonna
I'm
down
inhaling,
this
yeah,
one.
whatever is given to me. I don't even look at it, I just...
They go down very easy.
Yeah.
They taste like a fresh fruit in the form of juice.
They're so good, aren't they? I really like these.
It's delicious.
This is quite good. I want another.
We
These
did...
shots. Sorry,
We did-
go, sorry.
No, it's okay. We did find the Emperor's room. It looked like... I don't really know, I wasn't in there, really. But, we did find it, allegedly.
Looked like he had, despite them being here for like 2 days, there were no bags, there were no nothing. But Casimir did say that he was on his way.
Balder had that Didn't he have like that magical space he could go to?
You
Perhaps,
think that
yes.
the Emperor has the same means?
I mean, I don't know.
He could have had
Oh,
Calder doing it.
It's true.
Calder did say that the Emperor has some magic, though he said he's not very good at it.
I mean, that does sound like the kind of thing Calder would say, whether or not he was good at it.
I don't know. I normally I agree because he is terrible and he's shit. But in this situation, I thought he was. I didn't think he was talking himself up. I think he was just saying what he considered fact. You're right. I don't know
Yes.
what to stress that.
Well, I think in this instance it is a little bit more pressing for him to be forthcoming because it is his, forgive my language, it is his ass on the line now, so I imagine he has probably been very forthcoming.
Well, I don't mean that he was lying. I just mean that perhaps his perception might be different than ours. He probably does not consider me a terribly adept user of magic either.
Yeah.
I don't think he
but I don't
considers
know.
anyone up to his level personally, and I've met people like that before.
Casimir certainly doesn't think we're capable of anything, so there is that. But
He thinks we are very dumb.
I'm not okay with that. He thinks many people are dumb, and he was also commenting on Sandy in such a fashion, and I'm not okay with that.
It's probably better though if he thinks we're stupid than
At
if
this-
he thinks we're a threat.
Yeah. And at this point, he can think what he wants about me. That's fine. He didn't throw me in jail, so I'm okay with that.
It
Um,
does seem something a positive to look at for sure.
Well, I think he is being so generous strictly from a nationalist. Do I even know that word? Nationalist?
You do now. You may have just recently heard it, but seems like the right one to use.
I've absorbed things from these dinners. For a nationalist reason, I think he is of the mind that whatever might be happening is more a threat to the kingdom than he is worried about us succeeding in helping a friend or whatever.
And if we
God.
fail, then it is no harm to him or his.
Because I assume
That's what
Calder
I was
will,
hoping you would think.
face whatever fate he will face, and that will not mean much to Casimir either way. But I mean, I don't know.
All in
Not
all,
that I
we
knew
have
what
some
that-
semblance of a plan, no?
Do we?
The tournament?
We've got the beginnings of a plan, I guess.
I disagree, but yes, let's talk.
I don't know if we should talk about it here. For now, why don't we drink? Because you both clearly need to relax a little bit. I just don't know if we should have this conversation here. That's my personal opinion. I'll have it, but I just don't know that we should have it here.
I mean,
And you know when Vaconia says we need to drink, then it's probably true. We need to drink.
That is quite
Maybe we
odd, isn't it?
should
I
just
think I've had one too
drink
many of these.
ourselves.
Sorry, go ahead.
Don't know.
I'm just going to drink.
So you resign perhaps not to talk about the evening here, and instead enjoy a few drinks. Enjoy the lively of the musicians around you, the energy of a very busy tavern packed with people from all over the continent here for the
We did
occasion.
come here to spread brand awareness.
Oh.
I did come here to spread brand awareness.
Oh,
If we could just like string a little performance check in there, we don't have to get too into it. But
Oh yes,
Little
we're
fun
supposed to
story
make a
to
name for
tell.
ourselves.
oh. I'm gonna dig in through my bag.
Okay.
Pull out a paper.
Oh, there it is. That's probably about the second drink in that Realm goes, oh!
Just like that.
Well, you guys were taking a very, very long time to answer. I had a chance to find this note. It's from Edvin left me a note. I don't know when or why or how he did not. Anyways, but no, letter from Edvin.
Well, what does it say?
Realm triumphantly
very
holds a letter
exciting.
above his head.
I'd hope if I'd actually opened it
Realm
first.
hasn't
but-
actually read it yet. He's like, oh, I haven't read it yet. I should
I
That's
think
so
it would have
nice
been,
you
like,
saved it for us.
Yeah.
He's digging through his stuff. He spots. He's like, "What's this?" And reads the first line. He goes, "Oh!" Stuffs it back into his bag.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Okay, I'm going to read it. You may be getting good, kid, but I'm still better. Also, for context, Vaughn, I asked him about Zoran. I remember he was very upset at one point, and he said it was about Zoran, so he would not tell me much. But I asked him if he would tell me more now. He said Zoran was never meant to take the patrol that he did. He volunteered early, said that he was restless. Edvin called bullshit. He wouldn't tell Edvin much, but he told him that he had a calling to answer in Camp Sorsa. He asked about you, Vaughn, and Zoran said that you were the reason he had to go. He's not aware of much more than that, but he promised that if he learned more, he would find me. That's pretty much it. It's just a couple words to me after that, but
I'm just gonna give Vaughn a little teeny pat.
So this does confirm what I've been strongly suspecting, is that most likely, if not definitely, a Watcher himself.
I'm sorry if you did, if I should have come to you privately with that.
No, that is a good thing to know. Thank you.
I too will lightly place a hand on his arm, but not draw too much attention to it.
And Vaughn's gonna have another drink. Take that gold down.
Yep.
Oh no, I'm buying his next drink. I'm buying Juan's next drink.
Oh, okay.
And I will buy the one after that.
Suddenly
Hell
there
yeah,
is an
I'm making
inflow
them
of free beverages. Free to Vaughn.
This one and this one and this one and this one.
Ethan froze.
And don't forget too, drunk. We should perhaps maybe tell a story give the musicians a break, tell a story, get everyone engaged for like 10 minutes or so. Let's get our name out there and then leave it be, maybe.
What's our name?
Solace, how's your song coming?
It's finished, but I really don't particularly feel like singing anymore tonight. If it's all right, I will next time.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
I mean, Vaughn, if you want to tell a story, I can at least play along with you, and I have illusions to cast much like I did back at the banquet. Dinner? Banquet? Dinner banquet? Both. Both is good. Is he frozen or am I tripping out?
Why not?
What?
I might be freezing, I might be coming in and out.
A
Okay.
little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Your voice isn't terrible, I don't think. Just your face is.
Yeah.
Oh, there.
It's just your
That's-
face.
Saw
Okay,
that.
so yeah, sure, why not? I will get up and I'll do like as a distraction from this, I guess now. More so like a gather around and let me tell y'all the story you all definitely will want to hear.
I'm gonna go along with
Story
him,
of
and
how the heroes of Ormershire came to be.
I'm gonna cast some illusions while he tells the story.
So the tavern does hush while you all but stand in your chair and announce the telling of a story with visuals as well. The tavern seems enthralled, but if you could collectively give me a performance check.
I'm playing the harp, so technically it's music too.
I also could play background music.
18.
If you are contributing, do a performance check.
I will just
18.
strategically wave my wand like a couple times.
Amazing. Am I any good at this? I don't think I am.
Sorry, that was an 8. What else?
I got 18.
Yep.
I also got an
Woo!
18. Yep.
I got a dirty 20.
20,
I got a 13.
13. All
We've had a few
successes.
potions.
So
Oh, yeah,
as you
should I be
launch
doing
into the
that?
story with musical accompaniment and illusionary accompaniment, you eventually do pull every eye in the tavern that seems absolutely enthralled with your combined storytelling as it plays out for their very eyes and ears. By the end of your story, you have a uproarious cacophony of applause, and somebody rallies a cheer for "To the heroes of Callius," and everybody puts up their drinks.
I'm gonna look at it, Vaughn. What's our name?
Yeah, it is.
No, but what is our name?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said that's our name.
Yeah,
We are the heroes. Yeah,
What?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
That's
Sorry,
it!
who are you? Yes,
Yeah,
it
that
is.
is our name. Really good.
What? You had options. What is our name?
Dear God.
Well, I guess Alice did put it aptly earlier. We could simply be the Dawn Chasers, as we'll be making our way slowly from west to east.
Perfect. Call it out.
Do we wish to be the Dawn
Okay.
Chasers or the Heroes of Callius? I'm
I
okay
think
with
we
either
can be
one.
both.
It's both.
The
It's
Dawn-
both.
We are the Dawn Chasers, the heroes of Callius.
There it
And as you
is.
announce
So he'll pull,
this,
that's what he'll
I
say.
like
He'll pull up his drink and say, "To the Dawn Chasers, the heroes of
And-
Callius."
you are echoed by everyone in the tavern. Band strikes up another lively tune. It seems like many a drink are finished in that moment, in that text. To spend another hour or so in the revelry, able to sort of forget the pressures that you have existed under for the last couple of days, until eventually it becomes time to return home, or return to your lodgings in the upper city. You are a bit of a rambunctious crowd leaving, with energy that has been infectious to you. But you proceed back through the inner city to the upper city and return to the Ivory Spire. And as soon as you walk into the lobby of the Ivory Spire, that vast, opulent marble lobby, you spot a hooded figure waiting at one of the tables, arms crossed, leg crossed one over the other. And she spots you come in, pulls down her hood immediately. It's the dark hair, glasses, familiar face of Seraphina.
I knew it.
Oh, not who I thought it was going to be Adeline.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Her arms are
I
crossed.
knew it.
She kind of is tapping the Blizzard. At long last, we
I
meet
was
again.
terrified it was gonna be risky. And I was like, what else could go wrong?
Yeah.
She's sort of tapping her foot, wrapping her fingernails against her bicep, arms crossed in front of her. And she says, "Oh, I am glad you are all able to go out and have such fun." Very deadpan.
No, I feel guilty.
I
To eat something from us this
Yeah.
evening. Is there
Yes,
something? Should we go upstairs?
we should go upstairs.
I am sober, just to be clear. So there is
I
no
have-
one.
a couple of drinks. I did not go ham.
I'm surprisingly also a couple of drinks, but only because they tasted like fruit.
Well, people kept.
I am
handing
a
me
couple
drinks,
of
so I don't know
drinks.
where I am.
I am just a couple of drinks.
I just like have an arm around Vaughn's shoulder. It's like, hey.
She looks over the lot of you, kind of stern-faced, but you're coming to realize that's just her resting face.
Bitch face.
Bitch face.
Okay. Yes, I will just gently try to usher everyone upstairs. Like I am being the mom friend.
You all proceed up towards your rooms, Seraphina on the stairs behind you. You gather in one of them for now. Seraphina will shut the door. Not before sticking her head out and looking up and down the hall. And when the latch clicks, she will also lock the deadbolt as well. And she will sigh and go to sit heavily down on one of the lounge chairs. And says, well, at least some of us were able to have a relaxing evening.
It
The
did
most
not
relaxing.
start that way, I assure you.
Well, I am here both on business as well as simply to provide updates.
We can tell you what we know if you tell us what you know.
That sounds entirely too conditional for my liking.
Did you not come here to tell us things?
I did, but I don't like how you phrased that.
We will share our... Go ahead, go.
No, it's fine.
No, go ahead.
Either way, you are representing our nation, and we owe it to you to keep you up to date on what is happening that may concern you. Obviously, you know, the Mother Callian advisor was arrested tonight. And to my knowledge, she is somewhat conscious still in the dungeons of the Groundswell Keep. Adeline is, of course, very upset. All of this seems far too performative for either of us to like.
Agreed. It does not seem true in the least, in my opinion.
It seems a very strange decision to intentionally throw yourself on the sword and offer somebody else in your stead at the same time.
So we are all aware that he's up to something then.
We must assume.
Go ahead.
How did the meeting go? What does the king believe?
The king is a difficult man to read. If not simply for his age. He has never been a very, he's never been one to emote very much. I cannot say for sure what he believes, but he will follow protocol. Obviously, if they have in their custody the murderer of many hundreds of people, he must treat that person like a murderer.
Surely that has to be too convenient. Just for...
It is entirely too convenient. That is the problem. But it was a very public statement, a very public confession, and not one that the Good Wizard has yet to deny.
Did the Emperor?
Nor did he
offer any
resist,
sort of-
though.
Not? Sorry, you were saying? Little one, Solace.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's fine. I honestly forgot what I was going to say at this point. Go ahead.
Well, it is now a little bit difficult to do nothing as well, you understand. It was a very public statement about a very public crime with very public repercussions. To do nothing is almost as bad of a look as to dig too deep into what may seem to most as a gift.
Right, it seemed a PR stunt and a way to tie up some loose ends at the same time.
Exactly. It is not so much the denizens that are in the castle that we must truly be concerned about. It is the eye of the public and what they will perceive, which I am sure was entirely intentional.
They'll think he's a monster.
They already
and it
do.
won't matter.
People left that dinner almost immediately. News has already spread.
What
Did the Emperor... Go ahead.
Nope,
Sorry.
go ahead. Nope, you've been interrupted several times. Go ahead.
Did the Emperor offer any sort of evidence?
Physical evidence, no, but he offered the recountants that he had heard from his father. Was able to share very minute details about how such a devastating act may have been committed by that wizard in particular.
And did he have a reason for having waited so long to come forward?
Familial shame is the primary reason he had. Hiding behind generational trauma is the reason he felt he could not come forward. But given what we are about to celebrate at such a landmark of time, 50 years, it seemed an appropriate time to come forward.
How many years? I'm sorry. How many years did
50.
you say it was?
5-0,
5-0.
5 decades.
Would
Oh,
it
boy.
make any difference to anyone if you mentioned that, there was no resistance or denial from Calder? I do not think he was able to do so. Would that hold any weight?
Perhaps a little, but beyond what seemed to be a very slight struggle. Upon his arrest, he did not verbally try to defend himself, nor has he said anything to the guards.
He can't speak.
He can't.
I'm simply relaying what has been reported.
We're just filling
That
you
is
in
some
on the
of them.
fact that he's unable to.
Mm-hmm. Which
That is-
those present to speak with him would know, but perhaps not the public.
And they may
Well-
not care.
They will not care. Nothing makes a better spectacle than blood, eh?
Why is that what they are intending? What they might do?
The call has not been made in entirety yet, but it seems to be where the court is leaning. Again, they must abide by what the public will demand. The public will want to see justice.
They will want to see the monster die, is what you mean.
Yes. And there will be no greater momentous achievement than to finally put in the grave the person responsible for so many deaths.
Person responsible only by a simple accusation more than in physical evidence.
Mm-hmm.
If they are intending to make a spectacle, we could give them one.
In what way?
There is a tournament coming up. We are the heroes of Callius. We fight monsters all the time. Why not fight another monster?
Well, in order for you to even reach that level of the competition, you must succeed. Which does bring me to another reason I am here. I don't simply come to share gossip. I do have our first message in terms of what we can expect for the first round, and not surprising, this has been done before. She pulls a little envelope from her pocket, will go to flip it open, pull out. To whom it may concern, the qualifying and first match of Ainsbury's tournament will pit participants against teams of bandits, fighting for leniency on their sentences or freedom. They will be pitted against the champions in organized groups consisting of magical and ranged support, as well as a solid front line. Please have your fighters choose their strategies wisely to avoid unnecessary maiming or death. Good luck and best regards. The tournament of
So, really is a blood sport. They're just prisoners that we're fighting.
Mm-hmm.
This is very... okay.
It's not unheard of in competitions like this.
It just feels very dishonorable and kind of gross, but I understand, I guess.
Would they
This
have
been the-
had? Sorry, would they have had competitions like this in the Underdark with the Drow and stuff? Or like
Not-
they set out prisoners and or people for like what's the word? Entertainment.
Not prisoners. They would rally beasts. Most of the prisoners they took were for labor.
Okay. Sorry, carry on.
No, it's okay. But if you were to ask the public, these the bandits that would otherwise be killed or hung for their crimes are getting the opportunity to fight for their freedom.
Wait. Are they people from this city?
The city and surrounding areas. There has been an uptick in bandit activity, especially on the outskirts of the outer city.
But they surely would not put their own people in here, right?
You would hope not.
I look visibly sick.
Yeah.
There's just the deadpan expression of
Yeah.
Serafina.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
This is not related to anything. Just perhaps an attempt to lighten the mood. But should you ever have the time, you should come see Port Zealous. It is a much different city.
I assume it would be under Adeline.
Yes, she is, how they say, very liberal.
She is
But,
just. I would say she is just.
sure. The people like her, and that is what matters, and she does what she can to make sure they stay happy.
Do you like her?
I do not mean to imply otherwise. I am quite fond of her, but she has always been a little bit, don't quite know the right word. Lenient, perhaps?
Take aloof.
Optimistic and aloof are both excellent ways to. She often puts happiness before practicality.
Do you know her connection to Calder? Do you know how they knew each other?
To my understanding, they were very old friends.
Did she stand up for him, and did it have any weight?
She did try. She demanded they haul the man up right then and there and let him speak his piece, but neither the king nor the emperor would allow it.
Will there be some risk to her for speaking on his behalf?
Absolutely, which is perhaps another reason or another way to demonstrate why she often puts the happiness and people before pragmatism.
Yeah.
Well,
Is there anything else that we can do to help in the short term? We will see what we can find and we'll see what we can do. But is there anything specific that we could help with?
Actually, I am here to help you. I will be taking up a room in the spire, and I will be close at hand should you need anything. Obviously, Adeline will be trying to stay within the castle and close at hand should anything untoward happen there. So I am to make sure that not only represent yourselves as well as you can, but also our nation.
Of course.
We do want to help Calder.
And we want to make ourselves worthy of the trust that Lady Adeline has placed in us.
I can assume one will be much easier than the other. Why do you wish to help him?
I suppose because in our group, for at least some of us, he's helped us out in the past and kind of, I want to say, made a little spot in our group. But
More importantly, it's while it may be idealistic to want to help him, I do worry or fear for what may be buried with him in such a public stunt as this.
No one should treat a dog the way he was treated tonight. So to
No.
me, it does not matter who he is.
No.
That is why I think he's a shithead, but I don't think it's right what's happening.
I do not like seeing anyone treated that way because they are something that people do not understand. And especially when it is as fishy as it is.
That
I
is as
will
close
give
to my
Darby
heart
a
as
thankful
well.
look with that. Yep.
That does make sense to me as well, and I do feel that I can relate in that aspect, and I do not think he's a shithead, but
Oh, he is. He definitely
He is a little bit of a shithead. But
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 that,
I
like,
do
lovable way.
understand. I do understand that he shouldn't be treated like a monster. No one wants to be treated like a monster.
Treatment aside, innocent or not, I would agree that it seems like something is being buried here.
Mhm.
Or they are trying to bury here.
I also feel it is worth mentioning to you that Casimir knows that we are at least interested in this. So, yeah, that's same. Yes.
Does not surprise me in the least.
Same.
Mhm.
Do not much like him.
No, I do not
I don't
either.
either. I don't like him either.
I wonder, based on what he told both of you, if he's perhaps doing some of his own research. I'm sure if it seems strange to us, the king is old and wise, and has been in politics much longer than any of us, except for maybe you, Serafina. So perhaps he is doing his own investigating.
I would imagine he was. He must want to know what is happening under his own roof.
Even if he is doing his own research, though, it does not change the public view.
That is the
What's
problem.
happened.
Whatever truth he finds, he still must do what is right by the eyes of the public.
Well, certainly.
Perhaps we can start a whisper campaign.
Oh my god!
I mean, we
Honestly, yeah,
Satyrs are friends, not
change the
food.
opinions of the public, and
Oh my god, the fucking whisper
drastic things could
campaign.
happen.
I'm sorry, what'd you say, Ethan?
So, I mean, I don't know exactly what a whisper campaign is, but
Shut up.
if it's what I think it is, then if we can start to stir dissent among that opinion of the public and shake up the overwhelming opinion and consensus, then things could sway differently in court.
That is an ambitious but not entirely foolhardy idea. How would you sway so many minds?
Well, we
You should
have already made a bit of a splash at the bars. We could do the
That is
same
wonderful.
thing.
I am glad you have made a good impression at the bars.
Lots of people go there.
Now,
I'm gonna shut up.
that's, I mean, like you said, that is ambitious, so it is definitely the rough makings of a plot that may get some refining, or we may find something more efficient in the meantime, but it might at least be something we have to sleep on, that we don't really know fully what our options are yet.
Well, sometimes the most ambitious of plots have the most rewarding outcomes. But, as you said, it is still a fledgling idea amongst many others. I recommend sleeping on it, as you said.
Vaughn is very good at spreading the news.
The issue is, what news would you spread? You must understand some of these wounds likely outdate many of you.
And there is some risk that if we go around speaking well of him at such a time, that it may put us at risk, especially
not want to-
right now.
Exactly, tarnish your image as it is now. So, well, not a bad idea. It is still very young. Needs to learn to walk.
Perhaps we can just shed doubt on the Emperor himself rather than speak highly of Coder.
You try to smear the Emperor of a visiting nation.
You know, whisper campaign, not you know, loud
No,
and-
whispered
loud
smear
and-
campaign.
It is
We're
ambitious.
on the DL, yeah.
I am not saying it is a bad idea. I am just saying that perhaps you should take all of these ideas and let them incubate for a few hours. Is there anything I can do?
We are fairly well equipped, I think, right now.
We don't quite have
a
a full
question.
plan.
Well, that is not
Lady,
something
sir-
she can give us.
Lady
Only
Seraphina,
help is good
you're a practicer of the arcane, are you not?
No.
No, never mind.
I'm sorry,
fuck
why?
you.
I just curious.
No, my talents lie elsewhere.
Hey,
May I ask
same.
where?
You may.
Where do your talents lie?
That is not really any of your business. I promise you, as soon as it becomes your business, I will let you.
I
For
give
now-
a little tiny giggle, but then I stifle it quickly.
There's just the slightest hint of a smile, but it's gone very quick. For now, you must understand that my talents, where you are concerned, lie in organization, scheduling management, and making sure the rules are followed, for better or for worse.
Well, that is something that will be of great benefit to us, I'm sure, and thank you for your assistance. I know you do not do it for us, but I still appreciate your efforts.
I appreciate the thanks.
Do you
Is-
have... Go ahead.
No, I was going to ask if there was anything you needed of me or what I could provide for you.
We are, do you have any suggestions on, like, strategy for this tournament? We know nothing about... I mean, we are decent at... We can strategize on our own, it's fine. I just wondered if you had any tips or anything.
I will not pretend to know your fighting styles, nor how you interact with one another on a battlefield, but I will remind you that you are not necessarily being judged on your ability to put an enemy down. You are being judged on your showmanship. Can you appeal to the crowd? How quick? How efficient?
Perhaps.
What makes you stand out against such tried and true legends as Jarl Alexander and the Brotherhood? Figure out something that makes you unique.
Perhaps
makes
it will
you-
be our mercy, since
Perhaps
this is not how we want to fight to begin with.
that is a gamble to make.
The crowd may not like it. I'm not saying I disagree. I actually kind of like the idea, but the crowd, it may do the opposite. They may not enjoy that.
It will
That-
depend somewhat
It's
on
all, it's
the
all about how
story
you
we
sell
spread.
it. Like if you can do the showmanship right leading up to the outcome, they're gonna love whatever outcome that you make.
Mm.
The showmanship is through the journey to get there,
Exactly.
and I think we've got that down.
Seems
So
like the
you're
flashier the better.
Your focus should be putting on a good show, winning the crowd, but not making fools of yourselves.
We're less good at that.
I'm
we
sure
walk a
you will.
fine line there, but we make it happen.
Then I hope you will find a way to make it happen.
And when is the first tournament, or the first battle again? In 2 days? Is that?
Day after tomorrow. I was about to inform you that you had the day to yourselves tomorrow, and were free to make whatever decisions you wished, or do with the time what you will, and I will be trying to book an early match for us the day following. So, wake bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
So maybe no drinks tomorrow night. Maybe we just load up on the carbs, have a lot of water, you know?
Just do not drink what you cannot. Well,
Alright, well,
If there is nothing more I can provide for you, I will be retiring for the evening. I must go make my bedchambers. But should you have need of anything from me, I am just down the hall on the right.
Thank you for.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Of course. Good luck. Sleep well. And we will be in touch. She goes to walk out.
good night. Goodbye.
Night.
And I will close the door behind her.
Yeah.
Are we certain that we can trust her? I'm just thinking of what Casimir said.
I think
Hear me out. No. You know what? What is everything?
I do not see what benefits Lady Adeline and Lady Serafina would get from lying to us about. I mean, I don't know, but it is exhausting to be so skeptical of everyone all the time.
We have to trust someone, and
Agreed.
if we're if Lady Adeline is against us, then at this point I do not know. I question everything, and I'm confused about everything, so I have to choose that I trust her.
That being said, if we become the bad image in the public, getting busted for anything that we're looking into too closely, I would not be surprised in the least if all ties get cut between us and Adeline for her nation's own sake.
Absolutely.
So I don't
And I
think it
would
is
not
wise
know.
to trust them with what we're doing there, but we can trust the information we get from them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean more Serafina. I do think that we can trust Adeline, and I don't think Serafina would lie to us about information she is giving us. I just worry about, telling her anything more closely, because she may be more. She does not have the friendship with Calder that Adeline does.
Involving Adeline too directly could endanger her,
Mm-hmm.
and this gives her some distance and safety.
So are we not going to inform Adeline about the plant that we're looking for in Calder's case?
I worry about. I would maybe
I
rather
worry.
keep that to ourselves, because if someone else finds out about that plant, it could mean worse for Calder or whoever knows about it.
My mind thinks that because she's around these nobles all the time, that it would something that she could keep an eye out for.
I think that puts her in too much danger.
And that would.
I think for Calder, she's putting herself in danger.
But we should not give her any more ammunition to hurt herself with. Because if she gets wrapped up in this too much, that spells more trouble not only for her, but for Anisha as well, perhaps.
Yes.
I don't know much about Madakal, but from the impression I have gotten, I don't think it would go well if tensions there start to get too high.
Do we have even the semblance of an idea on how to get the bomb off of the Emperor, though?
I don't. God, it's hard to know what to say because I don't know what was said to me. Did y'all basically relay everything Calder said?
I would have relayed, everything, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you mentioned specifically the tournament being one of the opportune times that it would be away from the Emperor, and we know that this thing is likely going to be on the Emperor's person.
Yes.
Yes.
I do not think we should attack the Emperor, but I.
Does anyone have any spells to... Darby, you said once that someone may have a spell to hold someone in place.
I have a
I
hold.
was gonna recommend we go scroll shopping tomorrow also and just see what generates ideas.
I have a hold person spell. I can also briefly make someone a little more friendly to us.
If
Either of
it
those
does,
could be very useful.
I can also again look like anyone, so I could look like someone close to him. If
I do have access to many spells myself.
Does anyone have a way to make Darby appear like someone else? Just because Darby seems to have the hold person, or the charm person, even.
well, if we do something like that, they will know that a spell has been cast on them, and I do not think that would be most wise.
I have a
That
charm
is-
person scroll.
That I have charm person as a spell, but
Oh, scroll,
It-
so you don't have to use that slot.
what else am I going to use it for?
No.
Scroll might be worth keeping it in case there's ever a time Darby can't do it for some reason. I don't know. Whichever one we choose to do, but
I mean, it is also worth mentioning I have something that can make someone tell the truth.
So the way I see it is we could certainly stockpile our options. I'm not
Mhm.
opposed to going shopping tomorrow just to see if anything comes up that we might be able to use. There's going to be so many unknown factors and variables on the day of this tournament that we may just have to play it by ear and then just do what we can when we can and trust in each other to be able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if we do discuss it, I do just want to point out that I do have an array of spells that I can help out with. I just feel like it's being
Let's go
tossed
some.
under the rug a little bit every single time I bring it up. So I just
But what
want to
spells
bring
do
out...
you
Well,
have?
tell,
which
yeah,
spells?
tell us the spells you have.
I
and
heard
we'll
you earlier, but there were
brainstorm.
never specific spells.
No,
We don't
I
what
know,
you
it's
have, you
just
need to
like
tell us.
all the last couple of days, which I understand. I'm not very trustworthy, but I just want you to know that I can help.
What spells do you want to use?
Not too much that I too can make people tell the truth. I also have my illusions are a good one. I do have the dispel magic that we need to help out with the plant. Holy fuck, I have true seeing. That's cool. But I just mean like I can, when we're talking about a plan, I might be able to bring up a spell that we can use.
Glad you brought them up.
Yeah, we're talking about the plan now. I think it's good to hear what you can do.
And we had already kind of banked on you being able to dispel that magic.
Oh, I wasn't
Yes.
sure. Okay.
Yes, I
wasn't
mean
sure.
that
You're the
was
only one who
yes.
can.
yes.
Likely.
Don't know what help this can be, but I can make it seem like someone is dead when they're not actually dead.
That
That could be very helpful.
be useful at some point, but I hope it does not come to that.
Oh. True
But,
seeing is so cool.
Alright, so I do think it is worth maybe going scroll shopping tomorrow anyway, just to see what we can find. And then we can maybe try to put together... We should at least talk about a battle strategy for this first fight, I think. That does merit some time.
Yes. I would very much not like to do permanent damage to anyone if it is possible.
I would also.
I could help in that regard once they're, I suppose, whittled down enough I can put them to sleep.
Can also try to assist with that, if that is what we want to do.
I can sneak up behind someone and try to choke them out, but I mean, my damage is my weapons is very damage.
We also need to
Damage.
not
Right.
lose,
But if
so...
But as long as we add like a little pizzazz to it, like I'm gonna throw in a little flying kick here and there, maybe a little bit of the sparkles for the crowd. Just knocking them right
Yes.
out seems like it's not gonna get us the brownie points that we need. Do they have brownies? I'm assuming there are brownies. It's not gonna get us the brownie points we need.
It does. Go ahead.
No, I wasn't really going to say anything important, just that we could find brownies tomorrow while we're shopping for scrolls. That would be
Yes.
great.
Now I want a brownie.
Sorry, go ahead.
I can help out with showmanship when it comes to the battles and stuff.
In what way?
Yeah.
Not that I'm judging you, but in what way?
My illusions, I can make and do anything with them. You know, I could help out in that regards. I could make it look like Vaughn is glowing while he's punching fiercely. I could summon an animal of some kind, like a mystic animal of some kind, to make it seem something people have never seen, kind of thing. Or I can... Well, I suppose that one's kind of dangerous because I can actually kill people with that one. Maybe not that one. Just that type of thing. I'm very good with illusions.
It
That's good.
might.
Go ahead, please go ahead. No, please go ahead. I'm so sorry. Please go ahead.
It's okay. I was just gonna say, yeah, I've completely lost the voice at this point. Out of character, like, we probably should do something as far as trying to establish a brand. So whatever tricks or things we're gonna do for the battle, we may want to be singing songs and talking about them. Sol will have a little sad tonight, and then she'll be fine, and she will definitely get back into the show, like the show off, and because performance is something that I am good at. I'm gonna have stern words with my dice, and they're gonna shape up, and then we are going to roll better next session. And
Free roll.
I can't. It hurts
Statistically,
my
it doesn't.
brain.
Yeah, it doesn't make
hurts
sense.
My brain.
Statistically, it doesn't line up.
Yeah, I
This
understand.
one dice gave me 2 natural 20s tonight.
That's
This dice has given me many nat 20s. I can't. It hurts.
And then
But
this one gave me bad when I was pre-rolling.
I want to be super. No. It's fine because I want to believe, but I can't. I am like Scully. It's fine. Anyway, I have +7 to performance, so that is a thing that I am good at and can help with, or +6. So yeah, I have lots of performance-y type things. It is kind of my thing, so I can help with that once we get to that point. That is all.
I could use all I really have to be showmanshipy is I can do Whales of the Grave, which would it's not something everyone sees every day, but
Yeah, well, I think it's like we need a shtick, right? Like, what is the thing that makes us unique? Why are they we need something that people are gonna be like, oh yeah, I can't wait to see those guys perform because they're gonna do that thing that they sang the song about, or whatever. So, that's all I got.
I have a redemption arc planned for my moose. But anyway.
I feel very bad about the moose. I was going to try and talk him down. I really thought I had an idea, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry about the moose.
No, it is okay. It is okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we have all earned a night of sleep. And then we can talk about strategy, browse scrolls tomorrow.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
yeah. Perhaps before we go to sleep, Nia, you can ask your goddess a question. Is that something that you can do every day or once per long rest?
I can, but it's a very
the week was it
powerful
not?
spell. It's
So I
no,
should just sleep.
it's a very powerful
good
spell, and
before
I'd rather not do it every day.
Well, I don't mean it has to be every day. I just mean maybe you should ask one now before we go to bed, and then you will
yes.
have it again.
Yes, I was planning on doing
decide.
that. Yes.
Okay.
If there's a question, or it's concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within the 7 days. So if there's a particular question that people would like to ask, I can attempt to reach out to her in that way.
I have
I
2 suggestions. I don't know if they're good enough, but
I have none. I don't know, but I have talked my brain out. So
Why berries?
why berries?
Why berries?
well, okay, 2 suggestions. We could potentially ask where the box is, or perhaps when the best time to try and get the box. Those are the only 2 I can think of, but perhaps where on his person, and that way, if we manage to hold person, I don't know whatever the plan is, but if we know exactly where it is, I can try to swipe it from him.
How specific is the answer that you'll receive?
It is up to the DM. It can be. They might reply be a short phrase, a cryptic rhyme, or an omen.
So it needs to be a pretty clear question. Like
Yeah.
it's something that
Yeah, it needs to be a pretty clear question.
Where on the Motacolian Emperor is the box containing a plant that is linked to Calder? I don't know.
The
Is that
questions work
specific?
like sending messages where you have to have at most 25 words.
No, it's not. It's not like that. It's just a question.
I really have to pee, so while you guys do this, I'm going to.
yeah, same.
Bless you.
I thought Ethan was dabbing, and I was like, "Why are you doing this?"
Never sound like the president.
Why are you doing this? Seasoning into my elbow. My mom has been teaching me to dab since I was
Yeah.
6 years old.
Yeah, yeah. They teach you to dab when you're in childcare because they always teach you to sneeze into your elbow, and it just always ends up like. All right, what's the question?
That's where the
What's the
dance
question?
Do we wish to ask? I don't know if your goddess will know when the best time to strike would be.
It is a question, and it is towards a specific goal, event, or activity.
I suppose the question, to be specific, could be when would be the best time to attempt to steal a box from on the Motacolian Emperor's person. I don't know, is that specific?
It's pretty specific. I just worry that she's just going to show us
They're
the
gonna tell you no
tournament.
time is the best time, but
We could just ask her where he keeps the box if she knows.
Yeah. Because if we knew exactly which pocket or whatever it was in, I could try to swipe it from him at some point or another.
And perhaps if I...
unrelated to that, you could also ask her about where we will find out more about the Watchers.
I don't know much about gods or goddesses. I'm not particularly educated about such things, but from what I have learned of yours since traveling with you, is that they are fickle creatures. So perhaps it should be something that would capture her interest as well, especially if she has a
And
choice
the
how
Watchers
much
seem
to
to be
share with
following the
us.
words of the gods.
Yes.
I feel like asking about the Watchers would be best for another night, and that, not saying you have to do it every night, but for another night, and I feel like this one should be related to the tournament or Calder or...
The
Sure,
dreams-
goddess, ask what you will. I'm just gonna pitch a suggestion and I'll sit back
Of
now.
course, no.
Everything
No, it
that
was not
she's
a bad
shown me,
suggestion.
everything that she's shown me in the dreams or so on have always been geared towards helping people more than it's been her being fickle.
Well,
It
when
seems
I
like
say
she
you,
has
I
that-
mean,
Both.
yeah. Yeah, like Darby's got us and testing us, and
She
Realm's
is
got
fickle.
us. She like, hey, this seems fun, you know, whatever.
I don't know. I just wanted to, if you all have something to ask her that would help us in the future, I would like to ask her.
I do not know your goddess. I think all of these suggestions are worthwhile to ask after. It is up to you. It is your goddess. You know what she is likely to respond to better than any of us.
Okay. Well, I do know that she will realize that we want to help Calder, so I do think that I could ask her about the plant. And
You could ask her where all these stray cats keep coming from. Also, good. Anyway,
yes,
They're just
you,
the
you and
spire's
Kex both.
infested.
but I mean, yeah, I think that would be a good thing to ask.
So, just ask where the plant is on his person, or where will the plant be on the day of the tournament?
Oh, that's good. Though I would include the link to Calder part, but I think that's good actually.
Okay. Do you all want to stay here for this?
I might go do some meditating of my own. I don't really know how to contribute to this.
Of course. Do you think we
And-
do all need a good night's rest and relaxation and come at it again in the morning?
I mean, I say ask it now.
Yes,
Yeah, I am.
so that you get it back for tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. So I will reach into my pouch and I'm going to pull out 25 gold, and I'm going to start setting up a little circle of the gold in the middle. And I'm going to appropriate would be it's going to be a song.
Okay.
I made a song for her. And so I'm going to stand in the middle of the circle of coins. I'm going to get rid of my disguise so I'm full drow again. And then I'm going to start playing a song that I made for her. And I imagine, like, what I like to look at it as is that, like, different kinds of ruins and things start to light up around me, and the gold starts to float and light up, and, like, there's, like, my hair starts to move like there's an invisible force, and I'm going to attempt to communicate with my goddess.
Okay. So, as your eyes glow, hair starts to raise around you, so too does your skirts, and the puff of your sleeves around your forearms. The gold coins around you begin to glow and turn silver, and then turn into pure light before joining in a full glowing circle around you. Your eyes shut, and you can feel something brush against your leg, perhaps bigger than the stray cats that seem to permeate the city, but no less soft. Feel a weight settle on your shoulder. A tiny furred head brushes against your cheek, and then in your ear you hear, "An empty heart holds no treasure. A greedy man keeps his hand at his waist. He holds too tightly to live treasures, smothering their breath in little boxes." Feel another headbutt, and then the weight is gone. You open your eyes, and gravity seems to take you properly again. The circle of light is gone.
Did anyone write that down? Because I did not.
I wrote down what I think was the important part. That's it.
Okay.
I will share it with everyone. I'm going to smile because I'm actually really happy about that. And then I'm going to share with everyone the riddle that was given to me. So I'm assuming on the day of, from what she shared, it's going to be near
will
his
be-
waist.
That makes sense.
So we have to figure out how we're going to take it from him.
Well, I think I do agree we should sleep on it. My
Yeah.
best idea at the moment is catching him alone somehow and trying hold person, taking the box, doing what we need to.
I would caution against magic if we do not absolutely need it. Because
we
if
do
it's-
something, go ahead. Sorry.
Nope, we were going to say the same thing. Go ahead.
Nope.
No, stop it! You
Somebody say something!
please say it. I feel so bad.
It's okay. It's okay. I was just gonna say, if we use magic against the Emperor Morkal, then we are going to be outlaws for the rest of our lives and possibly be murdered. So if we could be more subtle about it, I think that might be more ideal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can try to swipe it from him, but we would need a very good distraction.
Well, we can come up with a distraction. One of us can try to talk to him, and if it comes down to it, we would rather try to use magic than let it go terribly badly. But there is also a chance if we use magic, he would know that we are doing it, and that might raise alarm. If you are able just to quietly take it from him, he may not notice until it is too late to blame any one person.
Yes. I do not really want to die this week.
Is there
Yeah.
a way to... If I swipe the box from him, but we do not immediately dispel it, would that be proof enough, perhaps, that Calder was not himself?
We don't
It's-
even know what this box does, so, or what this plant does for him.
It would be, well, I think
It
if we
isn't-
just
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Sorry,
nope.
that was my fault.
no, well, I think we should dispel it, keep the plant, and then maybe we can try to get an audience with the king where Calder can actually speak for himself. I
We could
I
even-
don't know.
That's not a bad idea, because then one of you, as Nia said, she can make someone tell the truth, I believe.
I think
So
we both can.
if-
Yes.
Yes, we
If
both
all-
can.
So
Is
if
yours a
all
specific
this,
person or like an area?
An area.
Mine's an area as well, yes.
well, I think that would be good. Zone of truth, ourselves and Calder, perhaps even the Emperor of Mudakal, and we will have our answers.
If we could get audience with the king and use this magic in front of him, surely none of us would have any reason to publicly object to willingly letting it take effect. And if anyone did, that would be enough suspicion, I would think.
It's true.
Agreed.
But for now, the night grows late. You can feel the fatigue of the day and the evening's events weighing on you. Feels almost like it's been weeks instead of hours. You decide to retire with these thoughts and ideas still young and fresh, but prominent in your minds. that is where we will end the session for today. I intend to pick the next one up on the morning of the tournament, so you have essentially until then and a full in-game day and a half to do what you will out of character or in character.
Woo!
I super have to pee,
Yeah, me too.
but thank you,
Well, me
everybody.
too.
Hopefully,
Thank
we will do
you.
this again very soon.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Night, guys.
Bye.